Welcome back for another episode of the Common Ground intro, I suppose. This is Thomas here in the pre-editing booth, technically, with some news and notes to share with y'all before we get going. You are about to listen to the CubeCon 2025 episode. It's quite an extravaganza we've got here for y'all. There were 7 people in the room recording this episode. I was the only one who was not at CubeCon, so there are many stories to be shared, many bad beat stories about great meals at dinner, etc. Just a wonderful weekend had by wonderful people and friends, so I'm really excited for y'all to hear it. I do want to let y'all know that there is an explicit tag on this episode, so there will be cursing. As I mentioned, there's lots of laughter, lots of joking, lots of bad beat stories, and so cursing is an inevitability in our friend group. And if that's not your vibe, that's totally fine. We'll see you at the next episode if that's a deal breaker for y'all, and that's totally fine. Otherwise, we hope you'll buckle up and come along for the ride and join us for some stories and some laughter. Also, that being said, with the length of this episode and the technical aspects of recording with so many people, based on the equipment I have, and also my work schedule being quite busy this week, I don't have a ton of time to edit, and there's a lot to edit, and so there will basically be no editing on this episode. So what that means is you'll be hearing a little extra background noise that I would normally edit out, or maybe some breathing into the mic from time to time, or someone drinking a glass of water. So just that is going to be in the background when it normally wouldn't be on a more properly edited episode. Just wanted to give you all the caveat towards that, because I care about the audio product that I present to your ears every week, and so just wanted to put that out onto the table so y'all were aware. A couple of tournaments to shout out. On Saturday, November 1st, the second Court of Commons quarterly event is happening in Murray, Kentucky at Enchanted Gaming Emporium. We'd love to see them have even more of a turnout for this one than their first one, so go support them if you're within driving distance. It's going to be a lot of fun. The second one is our event, the third Common Ground Cup, coming to you in about 3 months on January 31st in Columbia, Tennessee, with our friends at Game Night. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to live stream the event with full live commentary as per usual with these events. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it, and have some ideas to make it an even better show than before. So thank you all to everyone who came out for the second Common Ground Cup. You really blew us away with your attendance on that one, and we hope to have it be even bigger than that one, though we can't really fit too many more people than capacity, so we'll have to figure that out. Anywho, last 2 notes, first of which is there is quite a bit more discussion going on the U.S. Pauper-Geddon-esque event to be had in the U.S. sometime in 2026, towards the later end, maybe even in 2027. This is continuing to develop, and some things are moving kind of quickly, but also we're very much in the early stages. There's some things I'm very excited to share with y'all at some point soon-ish that are not quite concrete. But it's going to be very, very exciting, and things are looking like this might actually happen. So if you're interested in getting involved, we're going to have some intro meetings this coming weekend as you listen to this episode as it comes out. That's Saturday and Sunday, October 25th and 26th in the Common Ground Discord at 10 a.m. Central Time. That's 11 Eastern and 8 Pacific. Again, that's this coming Saturday and Sunday, October 25th and 26th at 10 a.m. Central Time in our Discord. We're going to go over kind of catching everyone up to speed about where we're at in the process right now, as well as throwing out some potential city and location proposals for the main event, and figuring out how to have a sort of census of players that would be interested in this sort of thing from all of our local communities. Final note, a more personal note, as many of you who have listened for a while know, I'm a musician. My partner Hannah is also a musician, and she is releasing a single that's coming out on this coming Friday, tomorrow, if you listen to this on the day of, October 24th. It's called Rosie. We'll have links to everything I've talked about, but we'll have links to that in the description. It's a great song. It's a great track, one of her favorites, and we're performing a single release show. She's putting on a show that same evening. It's at 8 p.m. Central Time. If you're local to Nashville, it's at a house show. You can get in touch with me for the address, but if you are not in Nashville and you're interested in seeing the show that Hannah's singing, I'm all her original music. I am performing piano, a little bit of guitar, but mostly piano, so I'm personally very excited to have a piano set. I haven't really gone out to play piano in quite some time, so it's is very special to me to not only get to do that, but also support my loving partner, who's just wonderful and has a great story to tell through her songs from rock bottom to recovery and thriving. And it's just going to be a really, really cool night, really special. Part of the night is also working with and benefiting Recovery Unplugged, which is a great organization that Hannah has partnered with. So if you're interested in that, there is going to be a live stream. It's a $5 live stream ticket. Half of that ticket goes directly to the venue, and the other half goes directly to support Recovery Unplugged. It's going to be a great time. Again, the show is at 8 p.m. Central Time. There are a couple of openers, so Hannah's set will begin closer to 9:30 p.m. But please, if you can, please also support her two openers. They're also lovely humans and wonderful musicians. I think that is it. And I believe I am not going to do any more takes. So I will leave you here with the CubeCon 2025 extravaganza. Thank you so much for your undying support. We're 98 episodes in. I kind of can't believe it. Y'all are wonderful and awesome, and we appreciate that for being a Pauper podcast. You have enough love and room in your hearts for us to do 3-hour-long Cube episodes every once in a while. So thank you for listening. Thank you for being part of our community. And please enjoy the CubeCon 2025. All right, Matthew Centillas.
Speaking of the new...
Are there any Michaels in the room? Right, show
I'm
hands.
currently not a Michael.
No? Okay, that concludes this mic check.
How have I never heard someone do that?
Let's put that on the pod.
I hear audio text do sound checks all the time. I've never heard someone make that joke. That's hilarious.
Wait, what's a...
He asked if there are any Michaels in the room.
Can we get that on the pod?
was the
Can that
mic
open
check.
the
It was
pod?
the mic
we're
check.
recording.
Oh, perfect.
That's fucking funny is what that is. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Common Ground Podcast. This is episode 98, your favorite podcast, where we talk about your favorite format, Cube again. Pauper's dead. We are back from CubeCon. All 423 of us are here in my living room. I am your co-host, Cameron Schindler, joined as always by 6 other fucking people. So I'm going to go around the room and introduce everybody. Again, what was it, Tom? What did Mitch want me to call you? Thomas, the Beefeater Gun or something?
Oh, I forget. But
I
Mitch
forgot.
did
It was
make
something
a joke.
funny. It wasn't Beefeater. But how are you doing, buddy?
I'm good. Pauper's not dead. I wanna. Pauper's not dead.
No,
It's
we're done
surely
with Pauper.
alive.
No more Pauper. No more Pauper podcast. We're just a Cube podcast now.
Okay, all right.
Maybe we
Heard.
switch every 100 episodes. The next 100 will be Cube. The next 100 will be Pauper.
All right, we can talk about that. We can talk about that off the air. But I'm doing well. Had a busy week. Didn't go to CubeCon, but I did go to the local league on Thursday at
heck yeah.
Middle Tennessee Gaming. Played a little Black Affinity brew, went 3-1, had a great time.
Oh, we can say our favorite catchphrase now.
Oh,
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh. Can't even say it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Also joined by top 8 of CubeCon.
Spoiler alert.
I know,
Spoiler
spoiler
alert.
alert. Last year, top 64?
Uh-huh.
Just a fucking limited
Monster.
Monster?
Just an actual monster.
Matthew Silly Santilli. How's it going?
Hi, how are you?
Thanks for bringing my luggage back.
Yeah, so it was $40 if you don't mind Venmoing me whenever you have the opportunity.
Yeah, I could do that.
Like right now, please.
Yeah, like right now. I would do it. I would do it.
Preferably.
And thank you for bringing back my giant foam card thing.
The omniscience you got?
Omniscience.
You're
great.
welcome.
Yeah.
It's sat in back with me.
Oh, thank you for taking good care of
You're
it.
welcome.
Also joined by alum of the pod, James Hippo Hieronymus.
Round of applause.
That's what I'm reduced to now?
I mean, it's not wrong.
it's not a reduction.
Technically not
either.
wrong.
I was back to work.
It was fine today.
Are you live on a high now that you can draft Vintage Cube on your phone starting this weekend? Are we ever gonna see you again? Or maybe Hippotainment's back.
Ooh, I miss
It'd be
Hippotainment.
easier to stream it on Discord if you just pop it on your phone. Ooh. Hippotainment's back. Because Hippotainment's just been reduced to me and Hippo watching Top Gear in my living room.
It's true.
It's true.
What do you mean reduced? That sounds great.
Yeah, for him and I, not everybody
I
else.
was like, it's fantastic for me.
Yeah. Also joined by alum of the pod, 2 weeks. Wait, no, we had a week in between. Anna Banana 3-0 Boomer Cube owner.
Wait, what did I 3-0?
You threw 2 different
trophies.
Yeah, 2
Not
trophies.
allowed to pick her own cube draft.
Now,
Patterson.
apparently, I can never pick my own cube draft. I have a whole thing, and I'll
we'll
get
get
into
to it.
it.
Oh, we'll
Oh,
get
don't
to
worry.
it.
But yeah, people like my cube.
Yay!
Yay.
Gavin liked your
Yeah,
cube.
because it's fucking sick.
Gavin
I've been
Verhey.
telling everybody.
Gavin Verhey complimented your cube.
He did.
That's fucking
cool.
awesome. It was cool. It was
I
really
did.
cool.
He drafted in the same pod as Alex and Ben.
Yeah,
Oh,
we were
nice.
talking to him outside.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Also joined by first timer of the pod, lots of mentions. Can't pyroblast a writhing chrysalis.
You can. You legally can do that.
Plays really bad, is it, Dex?
Love those.
Land destruction, Devin Northcutt. Is that how you pronounce it?
Pretty close. That's close.
Northcutt.
And a small correction: there were 24,000 people at CubeCon because I placed 399.
You got three.
I just want to put that
We're
out
sitting in the
there.
living room. I'm like, do you think you broke 400? And he's like, I think so. I thought like around 380 or like 360 or something. I look it up. He was 399. So
Oh my
out of
god.
400, was it 446?
24,000 people is pretty good. It's basically top 8.
It was so.
I was actually bottom 8 if you actually did the math, but it's fine. We're having a good time.
How are you doing?
I'm doing much worse now that you brought that up. And also Dan's here. Let's do that part next.
Well, yes. Also joined by, okay, this is our last guest besides Croissant. Dan, I forget your last name because I always call you K. Ridley. Dan Ridley?
No.
Caridley.
Caridley.
I always shortcut it to DK.
It's very difficult for people to pronounce
Caridley.
and remember, so
Alum of the pod.
just
Back,
call me DK Riddles.
DK Riddles. Back from last year of CubeCon. To
That's right.
recap again. How's you doing?
Doing all right. A little sleepy, got in kind of late. Full day of work today, but
Turns it around.
I'm here for it.
Still in scrubs.
That's
Just
right.
straight
He's
here.
pumped.
Beautiful. Well, thank
I'm in
you.
my work uniform,
I'm also in my work uniform.
I am also in my work uniform. No, I'm not with our customers. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Thank you all for joining us at 15 minutes till 7 p.m. on a weeknight. So I think we're going to buckle in for a nice long one because there's
however long y'all want to.
7
Preferably
of us.
not.
I guess where should we start?
Yeah, well, I wasn't at CubeCon. So let's start at the beginning, I guess.
Well, everybody recognizes
So-
your voice. That'll be easier.
Yeah.
You're Thomas.
It is. It's me.
Okay,
I wasn't there.
So Thomas, you're the only one not at CubeCon. Me, Hippo, and Devin drove up there. And Devin, you forgot everything in my car. I brought the belt up, by the way. It's in my
I
bedroom.
appreciate you. Thank you. very
Yeah,
much.
you're welcome.
You forgot your luggage. Continue.
So me, you, Hippo drove up on Thursday night. I think we were the first to Airbnb. We were worried about
Wednesday.
the
Wednesday.
Wednesday night. Thank you. We were worried about the health of our fellow friends, so we stayed at an Airbnb with Silly Santilli, Dan, and our buddy Everett, who is now in Jersey, who used to be a Nashville local. So we all met up there. Devin and Anna, you guys stayed outside on a hotel.
Yeah, I had to get there a bit earlier because I had to actually check in my cube.
Oh,
And they were doing... Well, I guess I could have gotten there, like on a much later flight. So I flew in. And I wasn't entirely sure how long you guys were going to take. So I chose to fly from Nashville to... Well, I did the layover in Chicago and then Chicago to Madison. Checked my cube in. It was a really smooth process. This year they didn't have people... you didn't have to sign up for a time slot. So you just walked up, laid the cube out, and they took a picture, and they're like, "You're good."
Oh, that's dope. I didn't know how that works from that. And you gotta... I know my buddy... Matthew Spellman, the owner of a spicy ramen cube, he likes to
Yeah.
the first and second year, and for I think Boston Cube Party or Steel City Cube, they all use the same like long row box, so he just kept adding like the names and stickers on there, so that's pretty cool. But they gave him a new box, and he was a little sad about that, so they ended that. Did you keep your box? Is that nostalgic for you?
I did keep my box.
Good for you. I guess like the whole thing of this weekend just made me so excited for Cube in general. Like I really want to go to Shoebox in St. Paul. Hopefully other people do too. And just really grind on Cube projects now. And Pauper. Don't worry. The podcast will still go strong. And Pauper.
I mean, I feel like Cube is kind of having a renaissance now. It's really like becoming popular, and a lot of the, not so coincidentally, lining up with the release of the much maligned Spider-Man set, like a lot of limited podcasts are switching to talking about Cube during this time.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
I mean, it makes me think about the words on the Lucky Paper Radio playmat that say "Cube will outlive magic," and I always knew that to be true. I never thought it would happen so soon.
No, that is, sadly getting there pretty quickly for a lot of people. I know what you're talking about. Lords of Limited. I normally don't listen to them all the time, but they had like a little Q&A and they talked about Cube quite a bit.
Oh, yeah.
And they were talking about, one of them was really inspired to, I don't know whose voice is who. One of them was really inspired to make a Cube, and I'm like, oh, that's super sick. So hopefully we get more Cube content from the Lords of Limited guys.
I'll put in my 2 cents to be like, hey, if it's arena draftable, we'd love a copy.
Yeah.
We'd love a copy in our play group. That sounds great.
Yeah, that'd be really, really cool. We've done that once. I'm just going to start us off just on day one, Thursday. Or I guess one more thing. What's up?
I was going to say, we flew in Wednesday, and I might be about to start some controversy here. I think that Dan and I both agreed pretty wholeheartedly with Chicago native Everett. Lou Malnati's was way better than Giordano's. Like, not
What are these pizza places?
deep dish places. Yeah, we went to Lou Malnati's when we went up to MagicCon Chicago in 2024. And then we went to the Giordano's right by the airport Wednesday night. It was not even close.
Something about that O'Hare pizza that just kicks.
Yeah, I still have no idea what the actual distinction is between deep dish and stuffed pizza, but
It's all the same.
I have the same.
You're
lasagna.
from New York. Just ignore it.
Yeah.
Do yourself
If you can't,
seriously?
fold it in one hand,
Yeah, exactly.
and put it in
Thank
your
you.
mouth.
Do yourself
Thank
a solid
you.
and just ignore that it exists.
Although I will say, New Haven pizza is also quite good.
You fucking selfish pieces of shit. Just talking about what pizza you can eat.
Well, grow up and eat some yourself.
We stayed at a very beautiful Airbnb that was
my
like
God.
a
Yeah,
lake
those are
cabin.
pretty.
Gorgeous.
So I know like one night I was like looking at like the pastel covers on the river and stuff. Took a nice little picture of a goose out there.
I woke up that Thursday morning and slung open the curtains downstairs, and I took a picture of it that morning. I think I sent it to both. I think I sent it to y'all, and I sent it to a couple other people. And I was like, "That is absolutely gorgeous."
It's
That
that
was
Lake Koshkonong living.
Yeah, apparently only 7 feet deep, which I don't know if
There's
that's
no way.
true.
Yeah,
I
that's-
refuse to believe.
I mean, people
this.
have boats in it. Like what?
Yeah, I know exactly. Thursday was the prequel draft of CubeCon 2020-25.
Should we preface real quick what CubeCon is? If anyone's listening, I imagine if people are listening, they know what CubeCon is. But just
about it,
like we talked about it for a while. So CubeCon is this big convention that happens in Madison, Wisconsin every October for this is the 4th year, I believe.
Correct.
This is the
It's
4th.
the 4th year.
Yeah.
My bad.
You're good. It's the 4th year CubeCon has happened in October in Madison. A bunch of cubes. You pick which ones you want to draft on a really cool app made by the designer of Cube Cobra, which is a website that people host their cubes on. And it's a really, really fun event. A lot of big name personalities come out, a lot of limited enthusiasts, cube design enthusiasts, just people who love to draft, people who like to play more casual Magic for a lot of fun. I love Cube. We all love Cube. Everyone knows we all fucking love Cube.
We love Cube.
So it's an event to go celebrate Cube. Really, really cool. If any of y'all listened from last year, like Cameron mentioned, we had Dan and we had Matt on the show last year to talk about it as well. But now y'all went. Even more of you went. It was James's first time.
Also was my first.
It was really, really cool.
Yeah. Glowing reviews from me.
Oh,
honestly.
agreed.
I'll just start with like the basics of it. So like you are able to rank your cube on like what was called the Cube Hedron network per flight every time. So I think I ranked up like 12 or 13 different cubes to be like, these are the ones I want in no particular, like I kind of don't care. Like if I don't get the top ones, it's whatever. Then you get paired for your cube. You go. They have this gorgeously laid out. Like there's gigantic table numbers over every pod. That is your table, and then you just kind of talk with amongst each other and figure out who's 1 through how's 1 through 8 work for your pod, and then draft. And then once you're done drafting, you just take a picture of your pool. This is their little safety measure, which is an awesome idea. Safety measures so that nobody takes any cards. You lay out all the cards that you drafted. Take a picture of them. Have the judge come check that you've submitted your picture. Deck build. Play the cube. Once the cube is done, lay all your cards out again, take another picture so that the judge may confirm that that is what's going back into the pool or to the cube itself.
It's really cool.
Very nice and clean design.
My only gripe which is a little less expensive.
Yes.
You don't.
It's a little pricey.
So
It is a little
So
pricey.
also, aside from it just being CubeCon, there's also like it's inside of another convention.
Correct.
We call Gamehole Con.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of like D&D roleplay style game.
Yeah.
board
Yeah.
games.
So I have bitched to the high heavens, I know, about Magic Cons being what they are.
You have?
I know, it's crazy. This is like the perfect amount of people I want to see at a convention.
Yeah.
This is like not overwhelming. There's not like you're not touching elbows with everybody.
It wasn't smelly.
No, it wasn't smelly. Like you're not touching elbows with everybody constantly. Like this is, and there were like food trucks like right outside that they would like promote you to go have, and like that was awesome. So I had, as far as like a convention was concerned, absolutely no complaints for me.
Yeah. No.
Oh yeah, and I will also say like the variety of cubes is incredible. Like
Absolutely.
how many? I think they had like must be close to 100. Like there's so many different cubes that you can choose from, and all different types. You can choose cubes that only have cards with mana value 3 or less. You can choose cubes where you have to draft your basic lands. You can choose cubes where you only play control decks, which honestly sounds like the worst kind of torture imaginable.
And that's the
but-
cube. That's the cube that didn't have problems with matches going to
Oh yes, no, not that one.
Shockingly, it was not.
There was a cube that only had man lands, was the only way to win the game, and
Oh,
matches were
God.
finishing 0-0.
Oh my
Yeah, they had to like give
Sandman.
that particular cube like special time extension. It was ridiculous.
Or they just took it out of the
They
event
took it out.
at some point.
Some
No,
point
well, I had heard that they had taken it out, but then after I heard that, there were
okay.
like I think it was like the third round, like the third main event round. We were all waiting for that one to finish, and we like I went over to that table, and the judge is like, "Yeah, we gave this cube like a special extra time extension." So
I didn't for this year. I didn't go write super detailed notes. I just kind of did a quick overview what I drafted. If there's any like memorable notes, just like quick records. So Thursday was a prequel draft. If you 3-0, it's like the equivalent of a bye from like an old GP is how they described it. So I get there Thursday. I get my first ranked cube, which is the Alpha Reimagined cube. I was super stoked to draft this. I think there's only 80 cards in it from Alpha, so there's no power, like no time lock, no time twister. And they just want to like rebalance Alpha, like if Alpha was printed today. So there's stuff like Opposition, Upheaval, Winter Orb, and like that lock stuff is what I really wanted to do, because that's my favorite thing in Magic, is to lock people out of the game. So I sit down in my pod and I see a one Dan smirking mouth mana denial.
yeah, no, that's definitely. I love playing games where I don't get to take any game action.
You opposition
That's-
me in
that's
100
my-
Ornithopters. I want to hear it.
Yeah. if it's the best way to win, I'm going to do it.
you like played opposition with four.
Oh, interesting.
You just played opposition with 4 Ornithopters and play. I'm like, yeah, I'll concede. I can't beat that. Like, there's no way my deck's beating that. I sit down and there's one Sam Black in my pod. So
A heater.
first thoughts, I'm like, man, this is gonna be a tough one to win. More, I think my draft kind of goes haywire. I didn't end up drafting that. I ended up pack one, pick oneing a lightning bolt, I believe, and I got like a really late goblin guide and just went in that direction. So again, not alpha cards besides lightning bolt, but just very simple design mechanics. Mm-hmm. I didn't even put down my record. I think I went 1-2. The most notable thing in this draft was my combo of Goblin Guide and Armageddon, which was pretty good. So you play Armageddon, you start drawing them lands with Goblin Guide. Super sick.
A combo, really.
wow.
That's one of the combos of all time.
It really is. The funniest thing that happened in that pod was I finished my match and Sam Black was playing against another Madison local. I don't know what the hell is in the water in Madison, Wisconsin, but it produces some cube sickos. Everybody I met from Madison, Wisconsin and played against were just really good at Magic.
I would agree.
And they draft, was it like every Sunday, Wednesday, Friday? They have
Yeah, they
like,
said they get like
days a
3
week.
cubes a weekend.
like damn.
Yeah.
Madison's the place. 3 cube nights a week, cheap living, decent food unless you get brisket.
oh,
Barbecue
poor
in
day.
Wisconsin, don't do that.
I think we probably just need to go somewhere different. That's probably that.
I don't know. Like Dan's house for barbecue.
Yeah,
I agree
I
with
was
that.
gonna say I make better brisket in my backyard.
Dan's got a great bud.
I can.
Dan doesn't have a great
Dan's,
butt.
Dan's butt tastes great.
Everyone can confirm.
Dan's
Dan's
ass
butt
is
tastes
Nashville famous. It's placid.
Come
all
on down.
the Dan's butt. I could see that when you're retired. You have a little truck. I've been trying to convince my dad to do that. Just like once you retire, just get a truck and just like make not even a truck, just like take people's money on the side and just like, oh, I'll cook you this amount of meat for this X dollars and don't report it to taxes.
Money for butt.
Yeah, money for butt.
The oldest profession.
There's a site for that. Yeah, the oldest profession.
He's not wrong.
No, that's awesome. But Sam's playing this other Madison, Wisconsin local guy, and they finish in I can't remember the local's name, but he says, "Man, I was so excited for CubeCon to draft against new people, but no, again, I'm sat next to Sam Black, losing to him like every other fucking week." I lost my mind laughing.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, yeah, that would get pretty annoying pretty quick if you had to lose to Sam every week. So that was my prequel draft. I only went 1-2, but the cube was really, really fun. I really like the aesthetics of it because it was Alpha reimagined, but it was all new border cards. Even the 80 Alpha cards were new border, and it's just there's something really clean when all the borders match and everything's non-foil. There's just a nice little cleanliness to it. I appreciate. So I get Everett's taste on that. I'll pass the stick around. That was my prequel draft. Thomas, how was your prequel draft? Oh wait, never mind.
I played Thursday. I played Pauper at Middle Tennessee Gaming, and I went 3-1 with a sick mono black artifact.
Was that the one you were showing me at your house the other day? Like a couple weeks ago.
Not the Tron deck, not the Tron version.
I was surprised.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me, Tron version?
Yeah, I put together a Black Mage's Rod Crypt Rats like Bobbletron deck, just like Bobbletron, but instead of Marauders, there's Black Mage's Rod.
Okay.
Or Pact Altair if I had them, but now I have them. But instead I made a refurbished familiar Mirror Enforcer Blood Fountain Pact All like deck with kill spells and some other artifact stuff going on. Candy Trail, very much impressed, and Black Mage's Rod, just a little too awkward with all the 2-drops I want to have. I want to play my Blood Fountains on 1, but if I'm playing Rod, I kind of want to save it for turn 3, so I trigger the Rod, because that's how my burn brain works. Yeah, it was just clunky. Pact All, very, very good, especially with Blood Fountain in many ways. Yeah, deck was really cool.
Post it.
Yeah, I posted the previous version in the deck list channel already. Brute was asking about
6-6. So that was your prequel draft.
That was my prequel draft.
Scintillas?
Definitely at CubeCon.
How was your prequel draft? What did you draft?
I drafted the Truly Maddening Tempo Cube, which I was really excited about because the Cube Cobra description mentioned it was directly inspired by the Atomic Cube, which I was the one that I got to draft twice last year and was probably my favorite cube at CubeCon last year.
Was that the Esper Sentinel catch I got? That was sick. That was my highlight of my Magic career.
Glad to have been a part of it.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I was really excited to try it, and I opened the very first pack and saw Corey Steelcutter, which is a card that I've never played with before, but I've heard pretty good things about, and was very excited. And then the next pack had a Fire Ice, and as Cameron knows, just my absolute favorite thing to draft in Cube is a blue-red tempo deck. And so maybe it wasn't the open deck, but my note here is that the heart wanted what the heart wanted. I finished 1-2. Did a lot more losing than winning, but the record will show that I did not ever lose a game where I cast Corey Steelcutter. This card's not okay. It's I'm kind of just I'm really late to the boat now, but
guys, this card's really good.
I don't know if anybody's heard of this thing. Yeah.
It's already been banned in Standard.
You could have won a Pro Tour with that card.
If I had read it before, maybe. I
should have won the Pro Tour.
One of the funniest things that happened in matches, match 3, I was playing against this Abzan Luris deck, and I attack with my kind of big flyer, and my opponent blocks with their Smuggler's Copter, and I think, oh, okay, they just probably really want to loot right now or something, and they do the loot, and then they have Sigarda's Aid in play, and they flash in Colossus Hammer to eat my flyer.
Go!
And I thought of Thomas Hammer Gun.
Let's go!
I went, if Thomas was here, he would be doing jumping jacks. He'd be thrilled
I'd be
opponent.
birding your match. It would happen when I was birding your match, and I'd be like, I mean, this is bad for my friend, but I can't.
But you'd be very
excited
to see what was happening on the table.
Oh my god, that's great.
So it was a good time. I just barely, didn't 0-3, but had a good time.
Cool. So I only ranked 3 cubes because I didn't quite understand how this process worked to begin with. I did not get any of the 3 cubes that I had signed up for, so I got signed up for the Oath, or Breaking the Oath cube, which is just an Oathbreaker cube with a bunch of special rules in place.
Oh boy.
So much so that they had to actually stop the convention and ask for the designer of the cube because there was a rules question.
Multiple times.
times. Yeah.
It is a confusing. I also asked him a rules question when he came over to like ask us how it went.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I also have a question. Like, can you do this thing? And he's like, yeah. Like, okay, cool. This is kind of a supreme draft. So you in your first pick, or it's a pick 2 for the first pick.
Double Masters.
Yeah, double masters.
Yeah.
Sorry, there we go. This is a double master style draft. So if you don't know what Oathbreaker is, you have to have a planeswalker and a signature spell, and then it is basically color identity commander style. Mm-hmm. And so if there was ever a card that I needed to pack one, pick one more at a Cube convention, it was Gideon Ally of Zendikar. I just couldn't help it. So pack one, pick one to Gideon and a City of Brass. I was like, I don't know, it's probably fine. Who knows? And then I ended up in
City of Brass in your mono white Gideon Ally of Zendikar.
It wasn't
deck?
mono white. It was not. So I took a black like removal spell. Oh, you cannot cast your signature spell until you've cast
Yes.
your planeswalker,
yes.
which is slightly annoying. I'll be real honest. Because we had this one guy who just had Lightning Strike as his like signature spell for the first couple rounds. And he just, it was really bad. And he's just he didn't know that,
Lightning Strike's not a great build around.
it is not. But his Planeswalker was good, though.
Okay.
So, there's that. I 2-1'd. I lost. Oh, I also had Dana Fisher and her dad in my pod.
Nice.
Oh, that's fun.
And I played against Dad round 2, and we had 3 long games.
I had that experience with him.
Yeah. They were good. They were
Yes.
just games. They were just
They were
games.
long. Yeah, they were long, grindy games that were very interesting. He beat me in the end. It was very, very close.
Yeah, he played for the trophy and then got beat by someone with Liliana Death's Majesty and World Soul's Rage as their combo.
That's sick.
Whoa.
That is a powerful combination of cards.
I like it's Dana Fisher and her dad.
I don't know what his name.
Yeah, no,
I know his name now.
It reminds me of Cy and Jay, where it's like, oh, I recognize somebody recognized Jay on the play Discord for Pauper, and oh, you're Cy's dad. It's like, oh yeah, and I had no clue what his name was, just knew him as Cy's dad. Like that's
But the irony that Jay gets mentioned about the same amount, if not more, honestly.
Yeah, it just killed me.
Yeah,
That's funny.
It was an interesting cube to start my weekend with. Again, I'm glad I got to play the card I got to play. Every game where I went turn 2 Mana Rock into turn 3 Gideon, I did not lose. Because turns out that card on the play and on turn 3 is busted.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it was an interesting time.
For my prequel draft, I drafted a cube that was called, I think, 100 Ways to Win.
100 Ways to Draft.
100 Ways to Draft. Thank you. I learned when I sat down that everyone starts with a Cogwork Librarian.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
Basically, it's a peasant power level synergy heavy cube. So the idea behind the Cogwork Librarians, presumably, is so that if you have 2 of the nut cards that go together in the same pack, because it's synergy heavy, to encourage people to take the synergy, you just give them the Cogwork Librarian.
I like that idea.
It was really sweet. I really liked it.
I've never played it. I've heard that before.
Then you
but never
scoop
played
up
Cube.
extra Cogworks at the end of the pack, potentially.
How'd that play out?
So, number 1, it was excellent. Number 2, you got to do this really cool thing where if someone put their Cogwork Librarian in the pack, you could use both Cogwork Librarians at once to pick up 3 cards in a pack.
Oh, that's really cool.
It was awesome.
That actually is really cool.
It was really cool.
Including more Cogwork Librarians.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
just to switch them around.
So, I would also like to mention that my pack 1, pick 1 was Counterbalance. My pack 1, pick 2 was Sensei's Divining Top. My pack 1, pick 3 was actually just
Trinket Mage.
Actually, it was a Philology Archaeologist, but my
okay.
pack 1, pick 4
That was the
was
Trinket
Trinket
Mage.
Mage.
That's really sick.
The deck was really, really, really cool. It was basically blue-green control. I had with a little bit of white. I had a white splash to cast Ephemerate and Enlighten Tutor to go with my Eternal Witness. And what also went with my Eternal Witness was both a Colossal Sky Turtle and a Crystal Shard.
These are powerful cards.
Those are
Very sweet.
powerful cards.
Oh, I had a Merfolk Secret Keeper, which is a 1-drop from Wildsville or Throne of Eldraine, where you can mill 4 on the advantage, or have a target opponent mill 4 on the advantage side, and play a 0-4 on the creature side. So that with Crystal Shard makes you mill your opponent for 4 cards every turn.
Oh, yeah, that's a nasty combo.
So nasty.
That's cool.
And then to finish the game, I had Sphinx's Tutelage, which is 2 and a blue for an enchantment that says whenever you draw a card, you have target opponent mill 2, and then if it's the Grindstone ability.
If it's a shared color, they mill again.
Yes.
Or repeat this process.
Repeat this process.
It's a beloved card in my cube.
Very sweet.
Teferi's Tutelage as well. Like, Teferi's Tutelage is the souped up one. I think Sphinx's Tutelage is way cooler to build
Yeah.
around.
No, Sphinx's Tutelage is
Is
better.
the souped up one.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think we just got gaslit.
Teferi's Tutelage gives you a draw on ETB. It starts it right away.
Sphinx's Tutelage has 5 in a blue activated draw a card.
That's
and
just
discard
flavor
a card.
text.
that text doesn't exist.
That card definitely happens.
That's just flavor text.
That definitely came up back in standard. Oh, no, it didn't. You know
Sure,
it did.
yes, but we're talking about Cube, my friend.
Anyway, I also went 1-2.
1-2 crew.
Currently, I'm the best at Cube.
I got
It's
as
in
we
this
in the
room-
business say,
CubeCon.
This
Ran
run
the-
quickly ends.
I got ran the fuck over. Because Simic is not very good at removing creatures.
No, not really.
But I did
Wait,
when
Anna didn't draft removal spells? What kind of shit is this?
I drafted bounce spells, but they don't remove the creature. They just
does.
recast them.
She was too busy ephemerating Eternal Witness.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want to be ephemerine an Eternal Witness?
It's a fun
Pretty
feeling.
good.
I remember bet you outside for food and you told me countertop. You're like, it was just too slow in my deck. I'm like, how the fuck is countertop too slow in a Peasant's Energy environment?
No, I like if you go 1, 2, 3, like, and they just keep hitting you.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't have great removal for this. I
That
can't
is
get
fair.
my top
It's hard to
out.
catch back up.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
No, I
You
get
need
that.
somebody to block something. You
I
need
do.
a big green butt.
But you sure as shit can win mid-range control mirrors.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Devin?
It's funny because I also drafted Simic in the El Clasico cube, which was just a cube about all standard in all of its history and all the beautiful things it's done. And it was just full of broken cards. Like I had Enduring Curiosity and Floor Piss.
You
What's
mean
floor piss?
Flood Pit Drowner?
You said Floor Piss? And I was just Simic flash creatures, splashing a few black cards that didn't really matter because I never cast them because my mana was horrible. Because I didn't read the primer that it was a 2-color set and it was designed to be drafted that way. And I was like, I'll just force it because green lets you splash colors.
If you trust a designer who says this is a 2-color focus set,
Yeah, you should read that before you draft it.
they're probably wrong. I'm gonna be real with you.
You think so?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Most times.
They were right because my deck didn't function for 2 of the rounds.
You told me the best thing to do is Mardu piles on that.
Yeah, well,
That's 3 colors.
Well, they told me that. No, I said any 2-color combination of Mardu colors.
Oh, okay.
And the owner of the cube was like, "Yeah, Simic's not great." And I was like, "So I shouldn't have been in that. I shouldn't have packed one, picked one, a Simic card."
Oh man, there are some heaters like power outliers of blue cards on that. There was
I
like
had
you
them
said,
all.
like Flood Piss Drowner.
Yeah.
Flood Piss Drowner.
Floor Piss.
Enduring Curiosity and Torrential Gearhulk. Those
Had
are
them
like
all.
giant blue power outliers. Like the
Yes.
flash stuff seemed to be doing good. I thought your deck looked pretty good when I saw it.
It did. I got ran over by 2 red decks. The Mardu. I was faced the red white and the red black deck, and I did not have functional games. Like I lost the coin flip to go first, and I was like, "Oh, I really needed to have something on the battlefield to block," and it never happened.
How'd your last game go though?
Destroyed them.
Well, tell the story. It was cool.
Dominated.
Well, how?
Literally don't remember.
I remember the story. You don't.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell them how amazing I am.
All right, I'll tell Devin's story.
$3.99, by the way. $3.99.
And he
399th place.
You told me it outside. It was kind of funny because I assumed your last opponent beat you. So I kind of, in front of your last opponent, I was going through your deck. I'm like, dude, your deck sucks. Just like kind of joking or whatever.
Right,
so I'm
right.
pretty sure your last opponent was like, yeah, thanks. I just lost to it. But you were telling me some cool story. You had the Foundations 3 green, 5/3 reach, whatever another land enters the battlefield under your control, make a 1/1 green elf.
Oh,
do you remember the story now?
No, keep going.
Okay. So you have one of those in play. You copied it and flashed back the copy spell, so you have 3 of those things in play. Mm-hmm. You played... I don't know if you fetched a land or whatever, but you played a land and it triggered your Colony Heart expedition, and that triggered.
Yeah.
So you put 3 lands into play that turn, which made 3, 6, 9 1/1 tokens, and you
Yes,
played
I
an
did.
overrun.
Oh, I did do that.
That was pretty cool.
I literally do not recall any of this.
How?
I don't remember any of that. That's such a sick line, though. Dude, I'm smart. I'm so good at Magic.
I guess like
That's sick.
your brain's probably like fried out from just 399th.
Yeah.
Out of 24,000.
You're talking about a top 400 competitor here.
I have a top 400. I have a mat and everything. I should get one made. I should get one made.
You should.
Top 400 CubeCon.
Get them to add it to your mat.
I will.
In that, that would be so
I'll get
good.
it topped on.
Top 400.
I was talking to Ben.
That's the only number you can say.
I was.
You can't even say like top 375.
I know.
Well, he also top 420.
Hey. Well, I mean, just like going smaller, but that. How about you, Dan? What was your prequel draft like?
Please shut up, Cameron.
Well, I'm listening to everybody talk about all these like incredibly powerful spells that they played, like Corey Steelcutter and like, counterbalance top, and I was playing in the Unplayables cube, very aptly named,
Yes.
and so. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, but basically this cube is just like a bunch of terrible Magic cards that are like just like would never see play in any constructed format and would probably be the last card drafted in any limited format ever. Like, just to give an example, like the best card in my deck, hands down, is a card called Jackalope Herd, which is a 3 and a green 4/5 creature that says when you cast another spell, return this creature to your hand. And there were multiple games where I cast the Jackalope Herd and I asked my opponent a simple question: can you beat a 4-mana 4/5? And most of the time the answer was no, they could not.
Wow.
So like the gimmick of the cube was that like there were some combos where you could make these cards less than terrible. For example, like one of the archetypes was called like Vanillify, where you would get a creature that had big stats but a really bad downside,
Like burn down your house.
like Phyrexian Soul Gorger, which is a 3-mana 8/8 with cumulative upkeep, sacrifice a creature.
Oh yes.
And then
I've
you could
put this in a deck.
You could combine that with like an enchantment like Ooze Garden, which is a 1 and a green enchantment that says 1 and a green, sacrifice a creature, make an XX Ooze token with power and toughness equal to the sacrifice creature. So so there were some cool 2-card combos, and you were trying to assemble kind of like these terrible cards with downsides with enablers that got rid of their downsides. I ended up in a green-black deck that didn't really have a lot of synergies. As I said, like Jackalope Herd was kind of my best card. I ended up going 2-1. I thought it was a pretty fun cube. It's definitely a very cool concept, but I thought a lot of the games were a little clunky, where it was kind of like, because there wasn't a lot of like card draw or way to tutor up these 2-card combos. So it was very dependent on getting lucky in terms of drawing your 2-card combos together. But overall, I thought it was a fun play experience.
That sounds like something that would be fun to draft once or twice, but if you had somebody in your play group who wanted to draft that every month, you'd be, no, let's take a break from that.
Yeah, I mean, it was very cool for the novelty of it. And like we were all like enjoying ourselves during the draft, just like laughing at how bad these cards are. Like,
was 60% of the cube Prophecy and Ice Age cards? These cards are shit.
Perhaps, I don't know.
That's really cool. Shout out this weekend too. We hung out a lot with Alex and his friend Ben. So they were both really, really fun people. Alex is
Sick hangs.
Yeah, Alex is alum of the pod. I met him. I guess Dan and Silly and Everett met him too last year at CubeCon, and he's been on the pod as he put together Pauper, and so I felt bad we didn't get to hang out with them as much during the Common Ground Cup just because we were busy as hell. I just moved in to a new apartment. But we got really good hangs in there with him and Ben, and they're a blast. And just me, Alex, and Devin is.
That's a lethal combination of
This
people.
is a positive feedback loop.
Yeah,
If I've ever seen one.
It really
Positive is not the correct word.
I'll tell the story at the end of Friday because we went out to eat Friday. I think there's gonna be a big inner loop of stories Friday night. Oh no! Friday night was pretty fun. Just that orgy at the end was crazy.
At the end?
Anything else on Thursday? Any other highlights before the main event draft?
After the prequel, we went to probably, honestly, the best part of the weekend, Bar Cube.
dude,
Bar Cube is
Cube.
awesome.
It was cool.
It's just Cube
at
at a bar
Yeah.
with bar cubes, which are just like, they're almost all like unsleeved, just like
I'm
really,
working on
really,
one.
really wacky
I have one basically
concepts.
ready to go.
We drafted like 15 card deck cube.
Where your life total is really low
No.
or whatever.
Oh,
no.
this is a different
there is one of
Yeah.
those though.
We did
Yeah.
that like
Grixis.
Grixis Zubaris.
Oh, we drafted the whole cube was Grixis, and if you don't know it was a bear cycle, too bad. Look it up. They're a bunch of one-twos.
It's a Pauper podcast. They should know what Zubaris
Oh yeah, they
are.
probably do know it. The best deck in Pauper.
People do ask about Zubera Tribal every once in a while.
God.
Including, I think you may have made a joke on it.
But I think I picked one Cryocanarium, which is one black. Everything gets -2, exile all creatures in graveyards. If a creature would die, turn exile instead, so it doesn't trigger any of his Zuberas.
Yeah, the whole shtick of the cube is that you play a bunch of 2-mana 1/2s that do something when they die. And this is just
So I let my
farewell.
Yeah, so I just let my opponents just play a bunch of 2-mana 1/2s for 4 or 5 turns in a row, and I'm like, dipshit, they're all gone. And then my deck I had in the Zubera cube, I had Rattle Chains, Supreme Phantom, and 2 4-mana 4/3 spirits, and another
Let's go.
Spirit Lord.
Like a random one that has hexproof or whatever.
Oh my god! I just looked up Zuberas to be because I'm I've never played with these cards and
Good for you.
I didn't play in this one, and so I was like what the hell actually is a Zubera? And I'm looking at this art. This is like complete nightmare fuel. Do you see the art
black
for like dripping tongue Zubera?
Is it the black Zubera?
What?
Is it
No,
the
the green one. Look at that.
Oh, I have not seen that. It's kind of sexy. I like that.
this thing is gonna haunt my dreams tonight.
It's gonna haunt my ass tonight. Zubera Q was the highlight of mine because I just got a 2-0.
I really like the white border bar cube.
Yeah.
I got to beat Scintillas in the goofiest way possible. It was the blue-white versus Demir control mirror. I'm on blue-white. I go to cast my 7-mana Archangel. It's 5/5 flying vigilance for 7, 5 and 2 white.
Oh, yeah.
And then bomb. Scintillas cast desertion. And I'm like, oh no, he has my 5/5 angel. He is at what was it? 8 life.
Yeah.
You cast 3 and a black. You draw 3 cards, lose 3 life.
Twilight's Call?
Probably.
You know, something ambition, something.
Yeah.
So anyway, he goes to hit me with this angel, and I go, okay. I get hit by the angel, or before damage, or after damage. I don't know how this card works. I cast Eye for an Eye, which I thought was basically just like deflecting poem, where you could redirect the damage that was dealt to you to any creature or the player who dealt the damage. Turns out it's just the player. But anyway, it's white for an instant, and it basically says, in old card language, when a creature deals damage to you, you can then have it deal that much damage to the controller. So he takes himself down to 5 life. He hits me with my own Archangel, and I beat him because I played this terrible card.
In the control mirror.
In the control mirror. This card that would otherwise be useless, except it just happened to be useful because he took my last threat. And took him down to... Oh, and the Phyrexian Arena, too.
Yeah.
Is that?
That's
Fun times.
I get to draft a bunch of Party Cube.
Oh yeah, so I brought my party cube. For those who don't know, I got it from Card Kingdom, Jesus Christ. Card Market YouTube channel.
The Card Market folks.
They've done the YouTube channel
yeah,
for
them.
it.
Pleasant Kenobi.
Yeah, if you don't mention
yeah.
Pleasant Kenobi, he will tweet at you. And
Yeah,
get really
yeah,
mad
yeah.
because you have to, you know.
He's much nicer in person.
Copyright laws.
He's more pleasant in person.
It's part of the character.
I know. No, I'm just a little jab there. But
good.
the idea
Is his name like Vincent?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so.
you put a lot of stupid cards in a big box. Everybody draws from the same library. Try not to search it. You can put anything face downs and land. And you just play really stupid cards. Like I have I made a card that says Sharpie a card in your turn. So I have like this box of bulk, and you get to go through it and Sharpie a card, add it to the cube. It can be anything from Anna. You made life, and it just says destroy life. So it just anything that has life, destroy it. So it just ties the game. Hippo made destroy target player. That one's not very fun.
I did that one as a joke for a specific game.
Devin, well now it's in there.
Peer passed.
Devin, you made 4, which is a forest that taps for 4 green. That's really cool.
Oh, noon.
Noon is sick.
Noon. It's not high noon.
You may not cast.
You can't cast one spell.
Yeah, you can't cast one.
You
spell.
have to cast 2 spells.
At
Yeah.
least.
Like,
So
in response. You have to-
there's crap like that. Very like what's the word? Sentimental stuff to me too. Like the stream of me crumbling up a Copperline Gorge.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
in
the
there.
Copperline Gorge is in there.
The Ugin that Brendan DeCameo gave me.
Yeah.
I put that in there. Just
Dude.
the counterfeit Ragavan I got DQ'd out of Cincinnati for. That's in there. Like the one that got me
Yeah.
DQ'd.
Yeah.
I got to make one this weekend, and it was a bit of a collaborative effort with Cameron. It was horseshoe crab and Sharpied everything except for a little bit of the flavor text. So now it's just blue 1/3. Pay blue, untap all the crabs.
I appreciate that shit way more.
Well,
than
that's a great seed because now other people will be inspired to add more crabs. So you start getting a synergy archetype forming organically in the party queue.
So it's just crap like that. I have like 2 more funny party box stories, but they'll come up when they come up. They'll come up.
All right, wonderful.
So it'll come up at the end of Friday. So Thursday was great. We did our draft.
I want to make a bar cube. I have a stack of
They're
cards
fun.
ready
Do
to
it.
go.
Yeah.
Do it.
I also got to draft like somebody's actual independent bar cube that they just brought with them.
Oh heck yeah! What was that?
It was the one that Devin and I ended up in. I don't know. It was just like a bunch of cards.
Cool.
Like, it was kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to play with an unsleeved meat hood massacre. I'm like, this feels too expensive for bar cube, but
Nah, dog. Feel the vibe.
yeah, I
Bar
guess.
cube, baby. They're meant to be played.
So that was Thursday. Friday, wake up at 7 or 8 a.m. or whatever. I take my 40-minute shower and shit. My ritual. Thank God there were 3 showers here, or 3 bathrooms, right? Were there 3 showers?
There were
3 showers.
There were 3 showers and 3 bathrooms.
Good job, Dan. You knew who you were staying with.
Well, yeah. I mean, after being serenaded by you showering while like anxiously awaiting to like get in the shower and get over to CubeCon last year, I decided maybe we should have more than one bathroom.
A wise man.
So Cube 1, I got put in the old bordered foil cube. I had to do this again.
Point of order. Weren't you just saying at the top that would like, well, we'll talk about the highlights? Or do you want to just go from cube title and then highlights and then pass it off if someone else drafted it?
Yeah, that's what this
Okay.
is, right? Is it not?
It can be anything you want.
Yeah, just a short recap.
All right, cool.
It was a highlight.
I'm sorry.
It's an old border foil cube. Of course.
It was a highlight.
Oh, you did
It
get
was
to
a
draft it again.
Uh-huh.
I thought you said you weren't going to prioritize it this year.
Yeah, but Devin said he was drafting it. I really wanted to draft for Devin.
Oh, okay. Did
Devin's
you
hilarious.
We
also get
also
two?
we also did a lot of that where we all like got in the same pod for things.
We
Yeah,
started doing
I noticed
that.
that when y'all started sending photos, they're like, you guys are in the same cube together. I mean, like, yeah, that's
I prioritized having way more fun this year than actually trying.
yeah. I mean, I think that's what CubeCon's about. And if you spike it, great, cool. At that point, then you can be like, okay, I guess if I want this, let's try a little harder. But like,
Yeah.
you're there to have fun.
Yeah,
Like,
shout out to the 4 guys who drafted their friend's cube that they regularly draft, and I got put in that pod. That's super fun. They were really nice people, but pretty fucking lame.
This happened quite a lot over the
Yeah,
weekend.
very, very nice people. But so old border foil cube, I get put in a pod with like one of the best drafters on the earth, Devin Northcutt, and also Sam Black again. So round 1, I play Sam Black. Overall, I went 2-1. I really, really like the blue control deck in this cube, or the mono red deck, which was super open, but I didn't want to draft it, so that was a bit of an ouchie. I ended up in this Jun Survival of the Fittest, Chthonian Nightmare type style deck. It was really cool, just way too fair. Devin and Sam Black took all the reanimation spells, and I only had Chthonian Nightmare. And Devin, you had 0 good reanimator targets.
I had the best card in the cube.
What was that?
I don't remember what the card was. It was terrible.
That's
it was
what I
a
thought.
6-mana 4/4 flyer.
Yeah, and yeah, that was your best. Yeah, it
was the best.
It's
the best reanimation
3
target I had.
red, a 6-mana 4/4 flyer, flying and has haste. But that was your best reanimator spell or reanimation target, and that pissed me off because I'm
Jeez.
like. And then Sam actually had like a chroma protection from my deck, and so he just did that 2 games and I lost. I won my second match, and I heard Devin was 0-2, so I conceded the match because I wanted to face Devin in the 0-2 bracket. And that was probably one of my highlights of the whole weekend. We had, I just dominated you. It was great. Just bend you over and spanked you.
Let's just go back for a second. He said he 2-1 this cube.
Oh, I didn't say my record at all.
Okay,
did I?
that's fine.
No, you did. He
definitely said that. We just want to go back for a
I
second.
did win 2 games. According to Hedron Network, I won 1 game.
Match.
But it was against Devin. So that counts.
So
as,
you 1-2 to this cube.
Yeah, but if you count Devin as like 6 wins, I would say. So I 7-2'd.
So let's just
I feel
go
like
back.
Devin counts more as half a win.
That's what I was going to say.
I 0.52.
I don't understand where this math is coming from.
So yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. He's allegedly 2-1 in the 0-2 bracket.
Okay.
We'll continue from
I
there though.
won 2 physical games of matches.
But let's talk about how to actually draft. You should draft enablers first and not random reanimation targets.
I got Chthonian Nightmare, you dipshit.
Win.
Pack 1?
Win.
I don't fucking know.
Win in the pack,
I'm
my
not taking
brother.
draft advice from you. You got $3.99. Shut up.
You were $3.98, dude.
No, I wasn't.
Talking about your opponent win percentage was higher by 0.1.
We got 2 top 400 playmats.
I got 200 and something. Just gonna put that out there.
Whoa. Too cool for the top 400 club. are we?
224 actually.
Actually, he is in the top 400 club.
I am in the top 400. We all are, thankfully.
Centillus, how was your Friday morning draft?
Devin to go now? 'Cause it's a cube.
Hang on, Cam has a... Yeah, I already did this to Cameron once.
Yeah,
I'm
you
sorry.
did. I was gonna recap my El Clasico draft, but you cut me off. So we'll get back to that later.
Okay.
Okay, so we just want to do it in order.
Well, if we draft the same cube.
So do Devin go now.
I got you.
Yeah, I'll let Devin tell how our matches went. How'd your match draft? How'd your
How
draft
did I go? I regularly on turn 2 or 3 put a 4/4 flyer into play.
That's pretty sick.
And it died immediately, and then I died right after that over and over again. But Sam Black said that my deck would have been perfect with 1 or 2 reanimator targets, so that means I am a better drafter than you.
I agree.
He told me to my face that.
That's true.
It is true. And you 2-1 but you 0-2'd, right? I just want to go back to that one more time.
I just want to play.
Devin, you don't have to lean in that.
I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure
I just wanna play
everybody
Madden.
hears that.
How did our games go? 'Cause I had a cool game.
How did our games go?
Yeah.
I'm mulligan the 5 and 4.
Yeah. And what did you slam on turn 4?
I would turn 4 with 0 cards in hand and 4 lands on the battlefield. I cast Braids. It sacked a land in my upkeep and then drew a land.
And you know what I did on turn 4 after you played Braids?
Talk to me.
I said, cool, sack a land. Or on your instep, I went activate Survival of the Fittest, discard something, grab Squee, the one that returns to your hand from the graveyard.
Yeah.
Activate Survival of the Fittest, discard Squee, grab Masticore, sacked a land, played Masticore. And I'm like, all right, go. And you're like, I'll sack a land to Braids. I'm like, okay, sick.
Isn't it so awesome how well you did in the cube? I played nothing but lands in.
That I did have fun with that. Like,
Then we had a blast.
Just Masticore. Both of our games, I got Masticore and Squee in my hand, and that's just really, really disgusting. And Anger in the Graveyard are one of those too. So I thought my deck was cool,
It was super cool.
but it was just way too fair for the Fairmaster Sam Black. Like, I think I put in a Hermit Druid, and he just Wrath of God, then reanimated a Chroma. I'm like, yep, I lose. So that's how that went. Devin, what? Oh, you already said yours. You just draft. What colors were you?
I was blue, black, and I 3-0'd.
Heck yeah. Centillus, I'll pass the talking stick to you.
All right. For my first draft Friday, I got pretty far down my list. I think it was like the 9th cube that I had ranked.
Damn.
I got a Study in Harmony, which is like a very, very, very synergy focused cube. like I opened a pack. Apparently what Super Synergy Focus means is a bunch of like Commander uncommons and rares that I've never seen before in my life that all have like 7 paragraphs of text on them, and you got to figure out like how they fit together in some weird 4D jigsaw puzzle. I was so completely lost. I had no idea what was happening because pack 1 I ended with a card of every single color in my pool. But not in the fun way where you're like, oh, I'm playing the 5-color deck. Oh, it was more like I was taking cards at random and had no idea what I was supposed to be drafting.
Maybe we'll
Everett's-
start here.
Everett's Boomer Cube Draft.
Yeah, basically. One of the last cards I got in the pack said something about artifacts, and so I said, whatever, if there's an artifact deck, it must be open, and I just latched onto that. I pretty much only won games where I cast a turn 3 Tinker, and other than that, my deck didn't really function, so that was fun. I won 2. I won a single match against Red-White Equipment where I had Goblin Welder and Spinovish Saw in play.
That's
actually pretty sweet.
That is really cool.
Other than that, the only way I could win a game was casting turn 3 Tinker. Other than that, my deck didn't really
seems
function.
good. I mean, yeah. Cool.
Hippo.
So, for the first draft on Friday, I did the Mardu melded monarchy cube thing. Whatever it was. Anyways, it was a bunch of like vintage cube cards that I like to play personally. So it's like, all right, I'm just going to get like major decision paralysis to start the day, and this will be great. I was like, I'll just look at a bunch, like 15 cards that I would pick one out of a vintage cube and go, this sucks. No, so I had a plan going in, and apparently it was a good plan because one of the people I played against played this exact same plan last year in 3 of the cube. My game plan was to just take every single card that I could get my hands on and said, you are the monarch, and get 2 mana rocks that ramped into these things, and then an assload of Wrath of Gods. That was my deck. It kind of did the thing it was supposed to do. It was kind of cool. I even had like 5, 6, 7 mana monarch cards in my deck. It was kind of cool. I guess the best card in my deck that was my pack 1 pick 1, which was of the monarch creatures, is the 4/2 red creature. Whenever they attack you and you are the monarch, they take damage equal to the number of cards in their hand. That card.
Remember Wild Captain?
It is that one.
Yeah.
Yes. But no, it was an interesting cube. Either the games were like very over very quickly, or they were dragging on forever. But I ended up 1-2ing one of the guys I lost to was a guy who also played the deck the year before. He's like, yeah, this is kind of why I trophied my deck last year. He's like, I thought your deck looked pretty good. It's cool.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Also, I had never cast the card Magistrate of Worth before. Sick card.
Yeah.
Cool card.
Very cool card. And a banana.
So my first trophy was
Let's go.
Flexing.
With my first trophy.
My first trophy, she says.
It was the Sagas cube, and I played Esper Cura Signs of Match Slip, featuring the card Cura Signs of Match Slip.
Is this Kiora who best to see God?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't
Card is-
even. Okay,
the card is
you,
just-
you finish talking about that, and then I'll talk about my experience with the Saga Cube.
Yes.
And being on the receiving end of Kiora Signs the Match Slip.
If you don't know what this card does, it's 5 blue for an enchantment saga. Number 1, make an 8/8 blue cracking creature token with hexproof. Number 2, tap all non-land permanents target opponent controls. They don't untap during their controller's next untap step.
Yup.
Number 3, best of all, gain control of target permanent, not target non-land permanent, target permanent.
How much does card cost? CMC?
5 blue.
7.
Jesus Christ.
Target permanent and opponent controls, untap it. Do you know what else I had? My pack 1 pick 1 was the Many Deeds of Bells Unlock, which is a 1 and a blue, which has 3 like saga modes. It's like a playtest card.
Okay.
And basically, my deck would just like either counter sagas or bin my own big sagas, and then Many Deeds of Bells Unlock, and just go through chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. So I would go like Kiora Signs a Match Slip, or really counter, remove a thing, bounce your thing. Kiora Signs Summon Leviathan. It's the 4 blue, 6/6 Ward 2 Saga Leviathan that bounces the non-Kraken, non-Leviathan creatures on the
You get a
board.
whole ass synergistic deck.
And, you would just have Kiora sign the match slip, and then if she didn't sign the match slip, you would just use Bells Unlocked to sign the match slip a second time.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'll just
Jeez.
hop on here because I also drafted this cube. It was my my third main event draft. The first one on Saturday, and it's a very cool cube. It's like there's a bunch of
cool.
sagas in it. There's a bunch of ways to like flicker sagas, bounce sagas, so you're replaying them. Very cool gameplay, very interesting cube. But yes, I was on the receiving end of Kiora Signs the Match Slip, and it was not fun at all. Like that card is just absolutely ridiculous.
That card, I remember that card was a house in its limited format too. Like it's, just one, it's like the
Top
best.
3.
I was like, it was the best card in the set, right?
It showed up in standard a little bit too.
Oh, yeah, it did. Yes.
Was this
Yeah.
the Dream
Yeah.
The top 3 cards were Dreamcrawler, Kiora, and the Ashiok, the blue-black Ashiok.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
funny part is that the Kiora Saga was mono blue, and the other 2 were 2 color. But the 2 of the better decks in Theros Beyond Death was like Azorius Control with Dreamcrawler, or Azorius or Dimir Control with Ashiok, and you could play Kiora Saga in either of those,
You just play Esper. Play all 3.
or play all 3. Well, the mana fix in that card.
Yeah, man, was not good.
It was bad.
Bad.
Yeah, you
bad.
don't
It's
know
like 7.
you don't know pain unless you're like you've like gotten your opponent down to a low life total. They cast Kiora signs the match slip. They tap down all your permanents, and then you're trying to get back in the game by like recurring your sagas with Starfield of Nyx. And then on the 3rd chapter, now it's their Starfield of Nyx. So now they're recurring their recurring their Kiora signs the match slip.
Good lord.
Why would you give that to them?
Like
man.
that,
Dan.
that was the match where like I was at 15 life, my opponent, and I'm just like, I've had enough. I'm gonna go get lunch now. Yeah, that was
The classic DK tilt.
Yeah, that was a very tilting that was my worst draft of the weekend. I went 0-2-1 on that one.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Croissant,
yeah, it was
make
rough.
good choices.
He's just biting something. He's okay. Good boy. He just goes back on it.
So that brings us back to Devin and then Dan on
Dan,
draft
did you do
number
your
1.
First draft Friday. What was your first draft Friday?
We're on Devin for
Yeah,
first
we're on
draft.
we're on. Yeah.
I was
You
with
did
Full border
full
foil
foil.
cube.
Oh yeah. So we are on Dan.
I guess
Yeah,
we're
you already
still
went
with
first
Devin.
draft.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. It's me. Yeah,
Yep.
that's right.
Yep.
Real quick, an old border foil again.
Yeah.
Beautiful cube.
Yeah.
My favorite thing when Devin rolled a 4, I just put a dice that said 4 on it in front of him. And pointed at it. you just started cracking up, Devin. You were
love it.
cackling.
Yeah, that was awesome.
My first draft on Friday was the alternate history powered cube. I decided that I wanted to touch actual power, so I ran. There were 2 powered vintage cubes in CubeCon, and I ranked them number 1 and number 2 until I got it. And fortunately, I got it on my first try.
Nice.
So this is a powered vintage cube from an alternate timeline where there are no commander cards, no monarch, no initiative, no universes beyond cards. So it's kind of like it has a lot in common with the current iteration of the Moto Vintage Cube, except for those types of cards. I pack one, picked one Ancestral Recall, and just went full on blue-white control.
What
I
edition?
had, what's that?
What printing of Recall?
I do.
Was it whiteboard or not?
No, it was black border.
I believe it was beta.
Oh,
Was it English?
Yes, it was.
It was
English.
all of it was English. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
So it's
everything.
beta power. That's badass.
That's cool.
Or alpha.
But yeah, I had a lot of hits in here. I had like Ancestral, Force of Will, Mana Drain, 3 Fairy, Supreme Verdict, Mystic Confluence, and my win cons were not great. My win con was like basically smacking you with a Vendilion Click or like some Sahili tokens.
D's get degrees. D's get degrees. Those are win cons.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, listen, it turns out that countering every single spell that your opponents cast and then swinging in with a 3-powered flyer is often good enough.
I love that magic.
So yeah, I ended up going 2-1. first match was like a control mirror against Jeskai, and I just had more planeswalkers than them. And then game 2, I was playing against like artifact aggro with like Goblin Engineer. They were like cheating in like Mirror Battlesphere and stuff like that. That one I just won on the back of my wraths. And then I got to the trophy match and played a completely unwinnable matchup, which was against a very, very good blue-black Tendrils combo deck. And they had all of the trimmings. They had Black Lotus, Dark Ritual, Yogg's Will, Vamp Tutor, Demonic Tutor, Cabal Ritual. They also had Intuition, which is a card I had to read for the first time, which is nasty in that deck. It's 2 and a blue. 2 and a blue, tutor up 3 cards from your deck. Your opponent chooses 1 to go in your hand. The other 2 go into your graveyard. Works exceptionally well with Black Lotus and Yogg's Will. I'm like, I can't choose anything here that like advantages me in any. It's basically like 3 mana Emergent Ultimatum. It's like ridiculous.
It is a triple entomb.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So yeah, and so it's like I can counter their spells and disrupt their hand, but I cannot stifle a Storm Trigger, and so I died very horribly to that.
I saw this cube on coverage. I think it was the second cube on coverage.
Yeah, they went on coverage after us.
And Marshall Sutcliffe and LSV did the commentary for it remote. It looked very cool. I was very game with the concept of Vintage Cube without all the extra nonsense.
Yeah, it was a really sweet cube. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, and you got to play with power.
I got to play with that. I mean, not actual Moxen, but Ancestral. Which
that's
is,
power.
That's power. Paying 1 mana to draw 3 cards is very nice.
Did you do it in your opponent's upkeep?
No. Why would I do that?
So you don't have to go to discard?
No. Usually I had played some spells first.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a good feeling. You're like, wait a minute, I'll draw 3. It's just always sick.
So for draft number 2, Cameron, Devin, and I all ended up in the same pod.
Oh, that's right. You did.
Pottery in.
We were in the spicy ramen cube.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Matthew Spellman. I went to college with him.
Oh, real quick before we move on, I have a quick question. What is the morning player meeting with the head judge like at CubeCon? Is there like something like remember? Is there any sort of announcement like remember you're handling other people's cards, so please shuffle carefully?
No.
Or like
No, but we did have to remind people.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, you know what else we had to remind people of, Cameron? What kind of shuffling is we had to do?
Oh, fucking Christ. Broadcast shuffling. That was the biggest joke of the weekend. You would just get in a pod and there's just a personality. Like someone's just like, all right, everybody, let's broadcast. Like you always get one person who just like.
This is the one that like Anthony from Lucky
Which,
Paper wants to.
In theory, is like good.
It is,
but when how some people deploy it, like somebody always kind of forces it down your throat, and it's a little cringy.
Okay,
it's kind of funny.
I think it works good in theory, but in practice, like my favorite experience with broadcast shuffling is when one of my pods got me to start doing it. But then we realized like only the 4 of us were doing it, and the other 4 people were just regular shuffling, and we weren't exchanging cards like at all.
Yeah, it is good in theory, but it's. So
I mean, it's cool when a judge is like, hey, like, let me show you guys how to like shuffle this cube. Like, we'll do broadcast shuffling. It's a little obnoxious when like just some random person in the cube is like, hey, everyone, I'm taking charge now. Let me tell you all how to broadcast shuffle. Like,
so we made a joke about it the whole weekend.
Yeah,
it was very funny.
Like we were drafting at home, and it's just like, oh, make sure you broadcast shuffle. And it's just like if something happened, like you didn't draw your out. It's like I should have fucking broadcast shuffled. Just like crap like that. It was really fun.
Next Pauper event, I'm broadcast shuffling my Pauper deck.
on coverage at the Common Ground Cup.
I will do it.
You mean that's a new power play. Brainstorm broadcast shuffle. Or ponder broadcast shuffle.
I'm like, I hope you're not shuffling after. I mean, actually, sometimes it's good to shuffle after.
It is really good to shuffle after
brainstorm. So you guys were in the spicy ramen cube.
Spicy ramen cube. So I will go ahead and say this is my favorite gameplay of the weekend.
What is the special rule of the spicy ramen cube, James?
Everything costs 35 cents OS.
Less than a pack of ramen.
Or less than a pack of ramen. Whatever the price of a pack of ramen is.
Look at this cube on
a lot
Cube
of cards would surprise you.
Exactly.
Look up the cube on Cube Cobra. Matt put a lot of work on the overview. It's really cool. It sits there, has all the archetypes like as a flavor of ramen and how spicy it is. And It's cool.
I'll note here for the listeners, I will include the link to all just where to find all the cube lists from CubeCon 2025. I don't think I'm going to go through and annotate exactly where each individual one is, but I'll include the link so you can see all of them and find them from there.
This cube was super sick, and I got to talk with him a fair bit over the weekend as well. Really, really nice guy, incredibly nice guy. And his cube is also very sick. This was a very, very well balanced cube. The gameplay was very cool. There was lots of synergy going on. I got to draft a really cool green-white deck that played cards I had never seen before. There's a card from like EOE that was like green-white X pay, like when you get, it gets like X counters equal to the amount of mana you spent to cast it, and then like if you go to combat, you can remove a counter from like 2 different permanents, and then you make a 2/2 robot and draw a card. That is a really cool combination with the card Evolution Witness. That's really cool.
Ooh.
I would like to remove the counter from this,
and
I'd like
you can adapt it later, or
That is super cool.
that was I only got to do it one time. It was in like game 3 against.
Was that round 1 too?
No. That was round.
Okay.
It was game 3 and like game 2 and round 3. Sorry,
Okay.
That I got to do it. But no, this was a very, very cool cube. I went 2-1 in the draft. I played neither of you.
I didn't play you.
I did not play either of you. Yes. But yeah, this was super cool. I got blown out by a Crabomination. So my opponent. So I was sitting there tanking or like waiting on this Inventor's Angel. You know this one.
Yes.
I was sitting there waiting on this Inventor's Angel to like cast, and then he's just like Crabomination, and there's like 2 cards in my hand. I'm like, please. I was like 50-50 shot he hits this thing. And then he like flipped over the 2 cards off my deck, and they were not even close to castable compared to this Inventor's Angel, and I just absolutely got rolled by my own card. I'm like, that's nice. Okay, cool. But you know, super sick gameplay. Very, very highly recommended. You get to draft this. You should draft it.
Sick. Devin, you want to recap your draft?
I had a very powerful Gruul deck that subsequently won 0 games.
Dude, it'd be like that.
Yeah, I had to probably what I thought may have been the strongest card in the cube, Hana and Elena, or whoever it is. That card was ridiculous.
I did pass you that, and I took a card that just kept me more open. I took a Nyxborn Hydra appropriately for the Pauper podcast.
I am a slut for Gruul cards, so when I saw
I
it,
knew you were.
Like,
you literally
Daddy.
said, "I'm going to force green red."
Yeah, I did say that, and then I got a card, and I was like, "Oh, it's over."
Which is so funny that I drafted green sitting right next to you.
Yeah, I noticed. In my games, I noticed that you were sitting next to me.
That's funny.
You got hippoed.
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
get that. Cam.
I lost playing a trophy match for this one, so I went 2-1. I was in like an Esper Blink. I was just kind of splashing black for removal, just so I had some way, because
Your deck had individually very powerful cards.
it did. I was just missing like a Mana War style on a creature. It would be like perfect. But I had some like Circuit Mender. I had the 5 mana 3/3 make a golem. So with the trigger, ETB make the 2 golems, because if you target it, or if you target a golem with a spell, you target all golems.
Precursor golem.
If you want to blink it, you need to blink with the trigger on the stack. So then you make the golems in there.
Yeah.
So I was just missing like a little bounce effect to keep it going, but I had the backup dragon, which was a powerhouse. I played against the Crabomination player in the trophy match. I played a really cool game 2 where I beat him triggering Crabomination twice, and he missed my Fumigate in my hand, and then the following turn I just fumigated it and raft the board. So like that was extremely lucky. Like missing that when there's 3 cards in your hand, is so lucky. But it was a really, really fun deck. I really liked it. I wheeled a Treasure Cruise super late, and that's just a powerful Magic card.
Still is.
I love doing Ghostly Flicker, Ephemerate style stuff. So I can't. That was the most memorable note. I think. I feel like that guy was really good at Magic. I played a trophy match. We played a really, really good game, like 1 and 2. Game 3, he just kind of. It was weird. He kind of seemed like this grindy blue-black deck. And then game 3, he's just like, no, I'm this really efficient sack deck, and I'm going to drain you. I'm like, where the fuck did this come from? And so he got me there pretty hard.
Yeah, no. He was very good.
Yeah, he was a cool guy.
He was also cool, too.
That was fun because it was you, me, and Devin drafting, and then it was like 2 or 3 other friends drafting. So it was just like a pod of like
sweet.
people that knew each other. Like, Devin, you wrote "You cuck slut" on a piece of paper, and you're like, "Cameron, look at this," and you read it,
That wasn't me.
and then you looked at one of the random people we just met, and you're like, "What does that say? What does that say?"
Oh my god.
Was this the one you submitted a deck picture of me?
Yes.
And Hippo.
He just sent it in as his deck pictures, and he asked the judge. He goes, "Which one is your favorite?" And he goes, "The deck list."
The judge seemed like a very like
Good job, Judge.
serious
Yeah.
guy, but it made the judge crack a smile though.
He's like, "The deck list."
Hippo looked
he was
handsome.
laughing around. Devin, your goal was to get kicked out of CubeCon.
That was my goal. They wouldn't do it.
They wouldn't. They tried.
I tried my best.
Hey, you kept an 8-card hand one time? No, you mulliganed that hand.
Oh yeah, I tried to keep. He goes, Cameron goes, "How many cards do you have in hand?" I was like 7. I was like, "Oh, I have a land in play, and I'm the first turn. I'm gonna mulligan."
Well, let's take a free mulligan. Let's take a free mulligan there. Yeah. So we love a spicy ramen cube.
Yeah.
Matthew was talking about visiting sometime because another guy, Michael, we both went to college with. He lives in Portland. I almost said Oregon. Portland, Tennessee.
Not that far.
And no, so we need to get him cubing with us too.
Cool.
So Matt was talking about coming down, visiting, and bringing spicy ramen. So that'd be really, really fun.
That would be sick. I am in.
Yeah, whoever gets the opportunity to draft, it's very fun.
Yep.
Nice.
Um,
Silly Scintilla? Unless you have anything else?
no, that was the second cube of day 2.
Yep.
Yep,
Yeah.
perfect. Dan, did you do your first one of day 2?
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about the second draft of day 1.
We are now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. You're
Day-
good.
I'm
We're on
counting
this.
prequel
I
draft
got
as
you.
day 1.
I got you.
The prequel draft threw me off.
Right.
Signing
Sorry.
the card.
You're up, Silly.
Okay.
Second
Cool.
draft.
Second draft. I got to draft probably the cube that day I was the most excited for. It was called the Casebook of Tameo Planeswalker. It's a special environment where each player has, is it Eldritch Moon Tameo's emblem that says whenever one or more creatures deal damage to to one of your opponents, investigate. So evasive creatures are like the name of the game. There's a bunch of clues in play. There's a lot of benefits for like drawing cards or sacrificing permanents or having a bunch of artifacts in play.
Cool.
And also there's just a bunch of cards from the clue set.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
like the Doctor Who set as well. There's a bunch of cards that care about things like that. It was a lot of fun. I got to pack one, pick one. Was Lonus, cryptozoologist from Modern Horizons 2, the like blue-green 2-drop
Yes.
that makes more clues. And then I got past Kefka from Final Fantasy, the Grixis card.
Oh my god.
And Cameron's laughing because the cube was sleeved. It was single sleeved in non-fully opaque sleeves, but there's also like 30 double face cards. And so they couldn't be in the sleeves, and so they were the little like blank token proxies, but with the full text written out in like just like 12 lines of text.
Because it's a flip card.
Tiny.
And
It's got like a bunch of text on both sides. Here, I'm just gonna show you. But
Oh,
this is what I
God.
get past.
Oh my god.
And it's just the entire text
Yeah.
of Kefka and the backside and all the costs and everything just like written out. And
It is-
every single double face card was like that.
It is 8 lines of text, a divider line, and 5 more lines of text. Just in the text space of one of these flip cards. Oh
So,
my god.
what a champ.
I mean,
for writing that
hey.
out.
I mean,
But yeah, so I took a blue-green card into a Grixis card and then picked like 4 lands in a row after that, which was cool. Also, part of the conceit is that the archetypes are all 3-color and half the cube is blue. So it's actually the 6 blue 3-color decks are like the stated archetypal themes. Which
Okay.
is very, very weird and different and cool. In such an environment, randomly, Red Elemental Blast was very good.
Oh my goodness.
Also, Veil of Summer.
Wow.
I really can't believe they put the blast in there.
Yeah, that was funny.
That is pretty
aggressive.
Also, what is it? Lithomantic Barrage, like 1 mana, deal 5 to just like half the creatures in the
Sure.
cube, was very good. I got to play a sick like 4-color control deck with 4-color not white. That was very fun. won the first 2 matches and then lost playing for the trophy against a very, very clean, just like almost straight up just blue-black, like flash control deck that was very good. But yeah, just all the different synergies that come with dealing damage makes a clue. Like evasive creatures are really good. Caring about a lot of artifacts is really good. Sacrificing permanents, drawing extra cards, just all these little, things that you can build around that are very interesting, and also a bunch of clue cards that I'd never seen before, so that was kind of fun. That's cool. But yeah, that one was super cool. The very first game, my opponent on turn 2 plays Oaken Siren, which is like a pretty okay common from Lost Caverns of Ixalan. That is a pack 1 pickable card. It's a 2-mana 1/2 with flying and vigilance. So it gets in to make clues, it blocks my game plan of a 2-mana 1/2, and it taps for mana that can be used to cast artifact spells or activate abilities of artifacts, so it helps you crack your clues too. Like, it's this random common that in this very specific cube environment is like, I think genuinely like pack 1 pick oneable. It's stupid good.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Not you. Just Devin.
Okay.
I can hear everything he does.
I'm doing nothing.
Can't we all?
No, mostly Thomas, because he's plugged into his ears, basically.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun for like a very like a little bit out there cube design. I had a blast.
Heck
That's
heck
neat.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You can move the.
Oh yeah, what was your
the
second
arm of
trophy?
we can move the arm of the mic a little bit over.
So my second trophy
Yeah.
was a cube that I didn't even pick.
Yeah, this is a
job,
common theme. This happened to you many times.
So I did actually list like 10 cubes that I wanted to, because there were a lot of cubes that I wanted to do, but you can only do so many. So I sat down for thinking, oh, I got my first pick again. I'm playing.
Yeah, when you go to bed at 9 p.m. every night, there's only so many cubes you can do. Okay, sorry, I had to put that in there. Continue. A little jab.
Rude.
I sat down thinking I was going to play Simpler Times, which is kind of like a modern-ish power level cube, but not so modern that it's just busted cards left and right. Simpler Times.
Pre-fire design.
Pre-fire design.
Okay.
We sit down, and the judge walks over, and I'm thinking, oh, shit. He comes over and says, hey, so this card was still left in the system, but it never got checked in.
Or the cube.
Right.
Yeah.
So you guys can play this low-budget, high-power cube.
Fuck, that sucks.
And everyone was like, I guess we're here now, and we'll just start playing. So we're starting to shuffle up, and one of the people just walks away from the table and doesn't say anything. And so we're done shuffling, the judge comes back over, and he's like, where's your 8th person? We're like, we don't know, he just took all the stuff and walked off. So you wander, and he says, like, okay, keep shuffling, make packs, we'll go find you an 8th person. So he starts wandering around, and he comes back, and lo and behold, Brian David Marshall.
Oh,
This is why he was last place.
This is
actually, it's why he's
he
last place.
actually
No.
was last place.
he was actually there.
Yes.
Oh my goodness!
So
I didn't know that.
He was there. I guess for people who don't know, I didn't know.
BDM.
He did a Magic commentary.
He is the Pro Tour historian.
Yeah, he's the
Yes.
shit.
Yeah,
Yes.
he is the nicest. This guy is so nice. I don't even think he was in the event. He was just like,
Meandering.
yeah, he was just meandering around. He was just like, yeah, I just wanted to like watch people play Magic and like look around. And
Yeah.
some judge came up to me and said, hey, this pod needs an 8th person. Would you be willing to join you? And he was like, yeah, sure. Really nice guy. Really, really, really nice guy.
Fuck, I didn't
does not
get that part of the
surprise me.
story.
So-
That's so cool.
This actually reminds me of something that happened many years ago in Nashville, Tennessee, when they had Pro Tour Nashville. Earlier in the week, both BDM and Marshall came to the Game Cave.
That's right, you told me that, yeah.
And did like a retail draft.
That's really cool.
Unfortunately, I was at work. But Dustin Sendejas was there. He got the draft with them.
Oh, that's really cool.
So,
Who was also at CubeCon.
he was also CubeCon.
and also made top 64.
Because
true.
he's the fucking nuts.
because he's also just incredibly good at Magic.
Very good.
But yeah, I guess the reason why he was last in the system is because he wasn't actually registered for the event. He just happened to be there as like I guess he was a guest. You just
Yeah.
wanted to like watch people like play.
Yeah.
But he just like so graciously was just like, yeah, I'll just like be your 8th person, which is awesome. So yeah, low budget, high power is kind of just like, think Vintage Cube, but your mana base is garbage. And there's no power. There's a Soul Ring, probably the strongest card in the whole thing. And then just take the cheap Vintage Cube cards and then just put them in a pile. So I ended up in a Jeskai control pile because I ended up getting a deck Faden pretty late. The person across from me had Soul Ring, Comet, Oko. Oh no.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, his deck was cracked.
Wait, and this is a budget synergy cube?
It is a
high-powered being
high-power
the caveat here.
What the fuck is the synergy between Oko and Comet?
no, it's not a synergy. Not a synergy.
They both help you win the game.
Budget high power. Okay, I heard synergy high power.
Yeah,
Budget
cards are really
synergy, excuse
budget.
me. Yeah, turns out.
So I ended up in this like it was Jeskai control. I had all the good removal. So I had like
This deck looked really good.
Oh yeah, I like Council's Judgment, I had Daze, I had Counterspell, I had Prismatic Ending, Reprieve Remand, I had Fractured Identity, which is a great answer to Comet and Oko. I also had Terminus. Athari was one of my finishers. Card is busted.
Can confirm.
Chico, great card. Torrential Gearhult, great card. True Name Nemesis, unanswerable. Pack one, pick one. Fall from favor.
Well, no,
Ban
it was
card.
answerable by the council's judgment that was in your deck.
True. Yes.
And the Terminus, also in your deck.
Also in my deck.
And the Counterspell, also in your deck. That's funny.
So in the trophy match, I did play against BDM.
Oh, cool.
In my round 1, I did beat him. He's a really nice guy though.
Nice.
Really cool teamer deck.
The hero you needed but not deserved. BDM.
Apparently. The trophy match was me versus the other, like Soul Ring, Comet, Oko,
Oh, wow.
like other Jeskai deck.
Yeah.
I did actually manage to beat him. So in game 1, I'm like thinking over his 3-drop spell, and because like he goes to cast and he goes to do another thing. I'm like, hold on. He was like, oh, do you have like Daze or something? Because I was tapped out for turn in Nemesis, and I go, yeah, you can. It resolve is good. And he goes, okay, turn 4, just cast Comet with no Daze man up, and I go Daze, and he's like, oh, you did have it. You literally called it. I've already called it.
Yeah.
And they call Hippo the slow roll king.
In game 3, my opponent, I see the Soul Ring for the first time, and he goes like Soul Ring into like.
Oh fuck! God fucking Christ! Jesus fucking.
You okay?
No, I fucking hate bugs.
Yeah, Soul Rings are scary.
Oh, there's a little stink bug on there. All right.
Shut up, man.
Brief pause to let a stink bug outside.
No, it's going in the fucking garbage.
Aw.
Bastard.
Can I put it outside?
No.
Cameron.
No.
Aw.
It's stinky.
Aw. Okay. I tried, everyone.
I'm also in your camp. on this one.
Cameron has a cold and bitter heart.
Why fucking soak it first?
So you drowned it first?
So you waterboard it and then you put it in the garbage?
Fucking right.
Jesus, Cameron.
Where'd you go to school? Guantanamo
Now I
Bay?
have to edit this.
Dear Lord.
You're
What's
going
going
to
on
be
here?
reincarnated as a stink bug. I hope you know
I'm
that.
gonna waterboard you.
And I'm gonna water. I don't like bugs.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, we'll cut this section.
Hang around with Rayton too much.
What does that mean?
Fed.
Huh?
He's a fed.
The bugs. The bug. Get it?
Does
The
rain
bug?
waterboard people? Are you...
I don't know what the federal government.
I thought it was a joke about bugs because but never mind.
I also don't know.
Anyway, any other details from your trophy match?
I'm sorry, Anna, for cutting you off. That scared the shit out of me.
So my opponent goes turn 1 Soul Ring, plays a 2 or 3-drop on 2 or whatever, and does Soul Ring stuff, and I go turn 3 unprotected Dak Faden, and I steal his Soul Ring, which is the best thing that Dak did all day.
Nice.
Yay, deck Faden's still good.
Into
Good.
turn 4 with my opponent's Soul Ring Athari,
Go.
and I was just not beatable because I took all the answers to Athari.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
That cube was okay. I'll be honest, it's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
But at least I got to play BDM. And
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
That is sweet.
Super sick.
So after this, we went to.
Hang
Oh,
on.
we got.
Oh, I'm so sorry. No, I thought you already had your second one.
Oh no, yeah. No,
That was the
because I
first
jumped
Saturday.
ahead with the Saga Cube. So
Yeah. We still have a second draft here for Friday.
Yeah, so the second one on Friday, I did the Dragons of Winter's Night, which is a desert cube. And for those who don't know, a desert cube is a cube where there is no basic land station at the end of the draft. So you have to draft all of the lands that you intend to play in your deck during the draft. It makes for some very interesting draft decisions where you'll oftentimes have to choose between honestly, like very powerful, playable uncommon versus basic forest.
Yeah, it's true. You have a desert cube that you designed that I think is very, very cool. I do too. So, like based around the Dune series with some like custom commander style cards.
Oh hell yeah. I mean, I would happily give my whole spiel about my cube, but I don't want to derail. I don't want to derail the whole discussion.
No, you're good.
You can
Avid listeners have heard about it before.
It's true.
And well, it will be submitted to Shoebox. So
let's go.
Perhaps it will be featured.
Let's go.
Yeah, so I ended up drafting. So this was it was a desert cube, and it was also so it's Dragons of Winter's Night. So it's kind of snow themed, winter themed. All the basic lands and dual lands are snow lands. There's a lot of creatures and other spells that care about snow. There's also a lot of dragons in the cube. In terms of power level, it's kind of similar to Retail Limited, where there's some some of these dragons are rares. They're kind of like pack one, pick oneable, and then you have some cards that are kind of like 3 mana 3/2s and things like that, which I think is a good power level for a desert cube because a lot of your picks you're going to have to take lands. So it's nice that there's a little bit of a wider power spectrum, so you kind of know when you're supposed to be taking powerful cards and when it's time. Okay, maybe I should be considering taking some lands.
That makes sense. So you don't feel bad if you're missing out on a pack of
Yeah,
stickers.
exactly. Like if it has a very flat power spectrum and all the cards are super powerful, you really feel bad when you have to take lands. So it's nice when it kind of plays a little more like closer to Retail Limited or like a Masters set.
That is cool.
So I ended up drafting a blue-white deck. I ended up drafting. I tried to draft a blue-white deck. Unfortunately, the person sitting to my right was also drafting a blue-white deck, which ended up happening because he started off super, like we talked about after the draft, he started off super heavy in blue, passed me some powerful white rares, so I got into white, and then in pack 2, because he was cutting blue all of pack 1, I was getting powerful blue rares from the left, so that kind of ended up putting me into blue-white, and then in pack 3 he was cutting off everything that I needed, so I ended up having to dip into black just to make playables. I ended up 2-1ing. The deck was pretty cool. It had some tap-down synergies. It was kind of like the draft archetype from Wilds of Eldraine, which was kind of you get paid off for tapping down your opponent's creatures, and basically my game plan was to tap down their stuff until I had enough mana to cast my giant white dragons, and usually those won the game. It was a very sweet cube. I enjoy playing a desert cube quite a bit, so glad I got to get that in.
Hell yeah, those are fun.
That would have been on my list of cubes to draft.
That's another cube where they just put a ton of work in. It's super flavorful.
Oh yeah, super flavorful. The art on all the cards was really sweet.
That's why I like your
enjoyed it.
desert cube too a lot, Dan. It's also just super flavorful. No blue because it's Arrakis.
Yeah. The thing with my desert cube is it's the deserts of Arrakis, which for those not familiar with the Dune universe, that's the imperial name of the planet Dune, and the spiel is there are no islands or blue spells because Arrakis is very dry and there's very little water. And then also you start off with a companion draft where you get to draft a reskinned magic card that's reskinned with the name and the art from a character from the Dune universe. And you can companion it using basically commander companion rules. So you draft that before you do the regular draft. It kind of informs your first few picks and kind of helps you get into an archetype. I think it's pretty cool.
No, I love it. It's really fun.
It's pretty sweet.
And red's really good, so I love it.
I like that.
One of the mono red commanders is Headliner Scarlet
Yeah,
reskin,
yeah, that's
which
what-
is very good.
It is very good.
Then we went to dinner.
We went to dinner.
We did. We went to, what was this place called?
Oh God,
Junction something.
Junction Station.
Junction Station.
It's like the only walkable dinner place around there, and surprisingly not like super packed. We go in there, it's like 45-minute wait. It's like the only place we can walk to, so it's like whatever. So me, Devin, Alex, and Ben party cube on the sidewalk while we were waiting.
I said
go.
sidewalk magic, and I was like, that's way too much work.
Yeah, everyone was like, yeah, and then like the true hardcore people actually stayed. So
I went and had some delicious beverages instead.
But one notable thing from Party Cube with them, Ben plays Spike. If you don't, it's a weird Phyrexian mana card that can let you tutor for banned cards outside the game, and it costs a bunch of hybrid mana. And so
Phyrexian mana.
Phyrexian mana,
Yeah,
thank
yeah,
you.
yeah.
And he's like, so what about like how does that work with the banned cards? I'm like, well, you got to bring your own banned cards. He's like, oh, okay, good thing I brought my trade binder. And I start like laughing my ass off. He's going through his trade binder and he pulls out his mana crypt, activates Spike, put mana crypt in play. So he plays 12 life for this mana crypt and 2 mana. So 12 life and 2 mana for this mana crypt. Doesn't tap it. It goes back to his turn and it bolts him. So his mana crypt cost him 15 life and 2 mana before it tapped for 2 mana. And I was fucking... While I have a summon skull
God.
in play. There's also Yu-Gi-Oh cards in there.
And Pokemon.
Yeah, and Pokemon.
And Force of Will.
And
One
Force of Will
Piece,
cards.
yeah.
And One Piece. And
Yo.
so that was really funny. I was cackling. And when we were done, he was shuffling it up and... He shuffled the mana crypt in there, and he's like, "Oh wait, this is mine." I'm like, "Yeah, do not leave that in there." Alex was barking at people when they walked by, and it was just really fun. Dangerous group of people.
It's a
That is
very
a
dangerous
dangerous
group of people.
Yeah. Food was good for the most part.
Except for Dan's.
Yeah. Dan,
yes.
if you want your tirade begin.
Oh no, I'm not going to go on. It was just very dry brisket,
Oh, okay.
and I was just like, "This is."
It was really good.
I had to call over the waitress. I was like, "I'm not paying for this. Like,
No,
can you please just?" She took one look at it, and she's like, "Okay, fine."
Yeah,
like,
it visibly looked like beef jerky. I apologize,
Yeah,
which is so sad because you're a barbecue master.
But
as
my
we
food
stated.
was so good.
Mine was also very good.
And it tastes better when somebody else doesn't have good food.
Brutal.
It does.
Jesus
It does.
Christ.
Especially when you're sitting next to them.
The prime rib was super good. It was really funny because I signed up for us on the wait list, and there was an option to put someone's birthday on it. And I'm like, holy fuck, that'd be so funny if I put it was Hippo's birthday, since we always do that bit for the pod. And I'm like, no, he gets flustered in big environments. Our little Hippo, he gets embarrassed. I can see his cheeks turning red. And him just going, oh, Tail, oh no, Tail, it's not my birthday, Tail.
Just like that. He'll go, oh, fuck no.
Dude, for Halloween, I should be Hippo. That'd be hilarious. I need a Tool shirt. And I just need to
I know where you can find some.
Which one of mine would you like?
the Rosetta Stone one. No, Opiate 2 if you have an Opiate
I do have an Opiate
No
2 one.
shit.
I do actually
That's
have an
hilarious.
O2 shirt.
That's really funny. But I'm like, no, I won't do that. In mid-meal, like we're kind of wrapping up.
Oh, we had this planned for hours.
The
It was so
waitress
good.
comes out and they're singing happy birthday. And at first I'm like, oh, they did it to Hippo or Devin. Like, that's funny. And they walk past Hippo. And I'm like, oh, fuck. They walk past Devin. God fucking damn it. And they put it in front of me. I'm cackling. And for those who don't know, I have a fuckload of allergies. I can't eat gluten, dairy, peanuts, sesame peas,
Get fucked.
fucking seafood, walnuts, hazelnuts. So they walk by, they put in front of me. It's eosinophilic esophagitis, for those who are curious.
That's made up.
And it is. And somebody made up the
I
word,
thought it was Edge of
correct.
Eternities.
Yeah, it is called EOE, which is really funny. So they put in front of me this ice cream dish with like fried donut on top, like this fried cinnamon donut. And I pick up the spoon, and everyone's like, no. Everyone's like shouting. I take one bite of it, or maybe 2 bites, and I like just push it to Devin. And my
was
throat
so
is super
good.
scratchy afterwards. So.
Oh, well, yeah.
Wasn't that also cigar night?
That was also cigar night. That was just a fun night too.
It was.
Isn't it?
It was a
fun night.
crisp 55 degrees outside, and it was
So good.
so glorious.
This was so another thing that happened from this. We get done with dinner. We're walking back, and y'all already, Scintillas, Silly, Dan, Everett, y'all, Anna, Devin, y'all get in your separate cars. We all go our ways.
My god!
Me and Hippo are walking to my car, and he stops. Like I'm walking towards my car, and he just stops, and he's pulling the handle of another Corolla, and he looks at me. He's like, "Let me in." And I'm like, Hippo, it's not my car. And he's like, yes, it is. Let me in. He's like, hold on. And I'm like, showing him my keys. And I'm like, clicking the unlock button. He looks inside. He's like, huh. That's not your car. And I fall on my ass. I'm uncontrollably cackling. I thought I shit myself. Like, I could not control my bowel movements. Like, I was just farting, hyperventilating on the ground, like laughing so fucking hard.
I almost hit the ground laughing with it.
Like, I was just laying on the asphalt cackling. I don't know why. Like, you ever get in those laughing spurts and you start laughing because you're laughing so
yeah.
hard and it just
Oh,
spirals?
yeah.
There's a couple of those. The other moment that happened was we get to the Airbnb.
No, that was Saturday.
Wednesday night was this Airbnb was Wednesday. With the I'm like, me and Everett share a room. There's 2 beds in the room, and there's a ceiling fan in there. And I'm trying to figure out how to turn it on. And there's a switch outside the hall, and I'm like, it says high, low, off, and it's on off. And I'm like, oh, why is the ceiling fan like on the outside hall? So I turn it on, and you hear there's just a vent in the hall controlled by a switch. It makes 0 sense.
It is loud as hell.
Wow.
And that also made me like fall on my ass laughing for some reason. And Everett's just looking at me like, what the hell is your problem? So that Saturday, what did we do at the Airbnb? Just drink Baileys? That's what I did.
No.
Chalky milk.
What, on Friday?
Yeah, Friday night.
We did cigars.
Smoke cigars.
Oh, yeah.
We might have played some Smash.
Yeah, that was fun.
I drafted a very good Boros deck that evening.
You sure did.
And got a little quick 2-0 victory in before bedtime.
Cigars
yeah,
by the
I-
lake.
I very much enjoyed having access to live hippotainment throughout the weekend.
Yeah.
Especially the very last one.
Oh,
My sweet holy Jesus.
Oh, we will
never
get to
seen
that.
yeah.
a
Well,
deck.
we'll tell that story in its due time. But yes,
Yeah.
that was
Jesus.
the most one of the most hilarious
And
things I've
a
ever
really,
seen.
really beautiful scenery for cigars. It was a full moon
Oh,
out that
my
night.
Lord, it was pretty.
You and Debbie touched tips. It was
Yeah,
it was
we did.
glorious.
Did you like there was a full moon out that night?
Oh, when we looked at
Oh yes.
I mooned them when I got back inside.
No, I inferred that.
So that was fun. I woke up like Sunday morning and I'm like, oh fuck, I did drink quite a bit of Baileys.
it's like not only did you have quite a bit of Baileys, I also had some Swisher Sweets and ice cream you shouldn't have had.
That's true. Yeah. So I woke up, my throat's like, you know. So yeah. Sunday morning.
Saturday morning.
You're doing great, man.
Saturday morning.
SATURDAY.
Saturday. I drafted Gavin's 2000 to 2003 standard museum cube. There's a bunch of 2-ofs in this cube highlighting standard decks that time frame. There's like opposition, upheaval. There's that blue Entombs 3 cards with flashback. That card's freaking sick.
Yep.
There's like that madness deck. There's some Psychotog stuff. There's like Pyroclasm, wildfires with pro red creatures.
Okay.
So really cool deck. I ended up in, again, another deck where I really wanted to draft like opposition or upheaval, be in that style deck. But I just kept getting past Rebels, and I'm like, well, I've never played with Rebels before. So my deck ended up with, 2 Ramosian Sergeants, 2 Defiant Falcons, and 2 Lincivies, and then another suite of Rebels. So if you don't know, you play a Rebel on 1, you can pay 3 mana, searches for 2 Rebel, 2 searches for Lincivy, and Lincivy can search for any Rebel and put Rebels in the bottom of your library. This was my favorite deck I drafted all weekend, and I went 1-2. I was in love with this deck. My round 1 opponent, Sylvia, she was the coolest fucking person I played against all weekend. Her and I were just like on the same wavelength. Besides Devin, of course. I mean, Devin was probably the coolest person I played against all weekend.
Thank you.
Like I had a mobilization. You can pay mana and put dudes in play.
Yep.
And at one point, I started calling them idiots. I'm like, okay, I have 2 idiots now, and I've activated again. I'm like, idiot count 3, and she's like, no, 5. And I look at her, I'm like, 5, and she's like, 1, 2, 3. Points at me, then points at herself. So like that was really funny.
Nice.
She had like the Pyroclasm pro red creature deck.
Cool.
I was splashing blue for counter spells, and I got her with Grand Coliseum, so I had no like blue sources open except for that, and got her with a 6 Syncopate there, which was really fun. She game 1 meddling mage just hard read a card I had, and I'm just like, how the fuck did she do that? Like I'm saying, there's something in the water in Madison, Wisconsin
Damn.
that makes you a sicko.
Is it Tylenol PM?
Just mix a little in.
Exactly.
She had
We could all use them.
She had 3 AKs in her deck, and I sideboarded in. I had the 4th AK, so I sideboarded that in.
Oh, that's
and she saw it, and she just gave me like a big ass high five for that. She's like, "That's so sick." She sided in Force Spike for me, and I sided in Disrupt. Again, we high five for that. We were just like on the same wavelength.
Let's go.
Like it was so fucking fun. So that was a really fun match. Most notable moment of that deck was, like I said, I had 2 Lin Civies. I had one in play. It was doing its thing for a little bit. And my opponent taps out for Compensate, so 6 mana control magic effect. Targets my Lin Civi. I'm like, pay 3, activate Lin Civi. And he's like, yeah, that's fine. And I'm like, grab second Lin Civi, sacrifice the first one, the legend rule. And he's just like, nodding his head, 2 Lin Civis, huh? And I'm like, yep. There's a lot of 2-ofs in this game. It was so sick. I was just looping the blocker with Death Touch basically a bunch of times. God, I fucking love this deck. It woke something inside of me I didn't know existed. And on my deck picture, I put Downshift Esper Zoa to Pauper.
Yes,
it is Gavin's
it is
cube.
Gavin's cube, and he will see it.
Well, then I talked to him about it afterwards too.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah,
I
You're not
found
the
him
only
real
one who
quick.
talked to him about that.
Yeah, that's true. I found him. I'm like, hey, would you ever downshift this? And he's like, if in the right time, maybe. But joke's on us. I don't do master sets anymore. So,
Whoa.
yeah, that's how I went. Devin, you were in my pod as well.
I did. I did better than you.
Oh, awesome.
I went 2-1.
Good.
And
Let's
I
go,
had
Devin.
One of the coolest decks I've
That's
ever
like a trophy
drafted.
for Devin.
That's 2 trophies for Devin.
That's fair.
It's 2 match wins.
To
It's
go
the
with
same
your
thing.
2.
I think that was 3/4 of my match wins.
Oh, God.
And just do the math on that because I think it was
Wait.
3 total. Yeah.
your deck was sick.
It was. I actually, in my first round, I faced functionally Boros Burn. And I went to 5, 4, and 4, and won a game I mulled to 4 by completely blowing them out with Massacre. And then regrowthing and massacring again. It was phenomenal. My deck was so cool, and I stripped 7 and 6 cards out, respectively, from 2 different matches with a 4-mana sorcery spell that says name a color. Target opponent reveals their hand and discards all of that, all of that, of that color, chosen color, whatever.
You also played Sylvia.
Yeah. And I'll get to that in just a second.
Okay,
But
good.
easily the best and most fun person I played all weekend. Way better than Cameron.
Oh, yeah.
In every single way.
Miracle I beat her, honestly.
But yeah, I had Hippo. We'll get to you in a minute. I don't even want to talk to you right now. I had the 4-mana sorcery spell that does the thing, and I made somebody discard 7 cards and 6 cards the 2 times I cast it.
That's sick as hell.
It
dude.
was
Discard
awesome.
7 cards. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was a mono red goblins opponent. And they were just, I think it was Goblin Ringleader. Revealed 5 red goblins off of it, put them all into the hand. He was like, I got this game. He said that. I stripped all the lands, drew Massacre and wiped his board, did Regrowth Massacre, put it back in my hand. I was like, man, I think you got this. And I played 2 Spirit Mongers, and he complained the entire time why he kept playing things to block. And I was like, dude, you can do this all day. These things are gonna get huge, and they're gonna kill you.
You know what they called the Sultai Spiritmonger deck back then?
What'd they
It was
call
the
it?
$1 Million Man, because that card was expensive.
I love
And the
that
mana was
card. It's one of my
expensive, yeah.
all-time favorite cards, and to get to play with it and it be one of the better cards was amazing. Easily my favorite cube I played all weekend.
It was very pretty, like lots of
Oh,
foils
it was
too.
gorgeous. A foil Spirit Monger, that makes me hard.
Oh,
I gotta be honest with you.
Oh, I did play against my round 2 opponent. Jeff was the owner of the old border.
Yeah,
foil
he's
cube,
super
so
nice.
He was really nice too. He's a
Yeah,
very good
yeah.
Magic player.
That's what I played.
old border foil.
Yeah.
Or Devin's still recapping his. You gotta tell your Sylvia story.
Oh, my Sylvia story. I cast the card to make her discard 6 spells, and she said, "Can I call you an idiot?" Looking at Cameron, and Cameron's like, "Yeah." you can
Or
call him an
she
idiot."
said, "Can I call him an idiot?"
Yeah,
She
yeah.
asked me permission. It was funny.
And she goes, "Take my 6 blue cards, idiot." And had one green spell that did nothing. And I was just like, "Oh my god, I can't believe how good this card is." I'm like, I'm obviously a genius because I pack one, pick one this card,
Yeah.
and built my entire deck to be basically a mono black control deck, reminiscent of Gardens and Pauper minus the card draw because it didn't exist back then. But it was, I love that cube. If I'm going back, I want to draft that cube again. It was such a fun time.
Same.
And also
It was really fun.
Sylvia, we got to get Sylvia in our pod.
Yeah.
Again,
yeah.
I love playing with Sylvia. I can't
Yeah, she was really
shout her
fun.
out enough. Well, yeah. What you got, Hippo?
I played the Water Foil Cube. I drafted a bunch of really pretty cards. My deck was horrendously bad. I went 0-6 in games. This was bad.
Hey, what'd you say to me right after that? Do you remember?
I don't.
You said, "What the fuck?" And you came up to me, you go, "Devin, we shouldn't have came here." I was like, "I don't even want to be here anymore." He totally did.
Oh, you were tilting.
He was tilting.
You
off.
told me at the beginning of the weekend too. You're like, I'm not gonna tilt at all this weekend. It's just gonna be good vibes.
He goes, "I can't win a fucking game to save my life."
Yeah, I remember hearing that.
Well, that was at the end of.
Dune Cube.
No, that was at, well. That was not the last straw. I thought it was, and then it wasn't.
Camel's
no,
back
then we-
broke 3
Thought
times.
you hit rock bottom, and then you started.
And then it like got one further, and then it went one further than that. And I was like, oh my god.
Oh, no.
So yeah, I 06. I drafted a bunch of cool cards. I got to draft like Pack One Pick One was opposition. I was like, that's a sweet card. I ended up nowhere near the opposition deck. I drafted like blue white artifact replenishment deck. I don't know.
No.
It was a pile of cards. I got to like stroke of genius for 8 cards and still lose a game.
Who'd you target? Yourself?
I targeted myself.
It's impressive.
I was like, oh, I'll just draw my one Wrath of God in the deck. I did not draw the Wrath of God.
Incredible.
And then died.
Yeah, you seemed like a control deck, but like Wrath of God was like your only answer to stuff.
A Chroma's Vengeance? Yeah.
You needed Parallax Tide to make that deck work.
Yeah, my opponent Parallax tided me on turn 3 of the game, and
Get
I
wrecked.
died.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because they were playing Blastoderm.
Damn. Oh, Blastoderm's sick.
Yep. Cool. Yeah. There were a bunch of pretty cards. They were not good for me.
Okay. I drafted I'm just gonna say the silliest and also the most fun cube that I drafted all weekend, which was the ball pit.
The ball pit.
The ball pit.
See you in the ball pit.
Yeah, I did not see you in the ball
I
pit.
put it first on 2 of my drafts and
So
did
did
not get it.
I.
I did.
3 of them. 3 of my things. I
Yeah,
put on
apparently
mine.
it was super popular because as soon as it popped up on my, Hedron network, I was like, okay, it says I'm going to table 1. Where is that? And I like walked up to the front and then realized it was the coverage table. So the ball pit is you draft 3 packs of 20, and then that's your deck. It's 60 cards. There's no deck building. There's no sideboarding or anything like that. So I guess it's technically a desert cube. But also, every single card in your deck is an MDFC, and the back is the ball. It's Chromatic Sphere. So any card in your deck can be played, as 1 mana artifact that says 1, sacrifice this, add 1 mana of any color, and draw a card. So you technically have fantastic fixing and like a huge amount of velocity to draw through your deck at any given point.
Why were you laughing?
Watch you stroke the shit out of your mustache.
Sometimes
ball
like that.
pit.
The ball pit was very fun. I didn't really know what to do, so Pack One Pick One. I took Platinum Angel and thought maybe they just can't kill this. It
How did that theory go?
was okay.
Did you change that Madcap experiment?
No, I did not. Really though, my deck we saw almost every single like X splicer like ever printed in the very first pack. So I got like Blade Splicer, and then all the other ones were just made golems, and so I decided I was golem typal, I guess. Pack 2, I think I opened Legion Extruder. It makes golems.
It does.
And from Outlaws of Thunder Junction, Sandstorm Salvager also makes a golem.
Yep.
So that was the closest that I had to a game plan. Other than that, the coolest card in my deck was Furnace Celebration, which is a 1 red enchantment from Scars of Mirrodin, Scars block somewhere in there, that says whenever you sacrifice a permanent, pay 2, and then you can shock anything.
Well, that's
And
cool.
When your whole deck is Chromatic Spheres, it's really, really good.
That is very strong.
I said match 1 I played against it's really hard to describe decks in this cube because you just play every card like you have a deck with like a quarter of the cards are just like heinously unplayable. And so I don't know, I played a first match and lost. I played a second match against, I guess it was kind of an equipment aggro deck, where the Furnace Celebration was really good to just kind of like work down their creatures. And then match 3, I got to play against Sam Black on, I think we were at one of the coverage tables, but maybe we were the backup match or something like that. And I got to 2-0 him with Golem aggro.
Nice.
Game 1, I just curved like Blade Splicer into Molten Steel Dragon, like 4-mana 4/4 flyer. And then it died, and then I played like a Phyrexian Metamorph, I think, to just make more golems. Game 2 was... I was feeling really good because he mulled a 5 on the play, and then went turn 1 Power Plant, turn 2 the Unfinity land that's every super type or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so it immediately turns on the Power Plant.
Yep.
It's like, oh, that's a pretty good way to unmull.
I learned that this week in Discord.
The only reason I was able to come back in that game is on turn 5 I played a land that lets you pay 4 mana to wasteland something to blow up the rangeling land.
It's a Dust Bowl?
I don't know. It was some like Tectonic Edge kind of looking card.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. But it got to blow up the rangeling, which turned off his power plant and also his reflecting pool. So I did that, and he went, "Oh, that's unfortunate." He still like drew a bunch of cards, did a bunch of stuff, and was basically one turn away from completely taking over the game with Unwinding Clock, which lets you tap 2 artifacts to untap an artifact, and Lux Cannon, which is tap, put a charge counter on this, or tap, remove 3 charge counters to blow up target permanent.
That's some classic Commander shit.
And,
it is.
And the turn I like attacked for exactly lethal, like exactly 10 damage in play. I like attack with everything, and he looks down and counts again. And he goes, "Oh, I played exactly 1 too few balls. I needed to play the last card in my hand out as another Chromatic Sphere to have exactly enough to like tap untap, tap untap, tap untap the Lux Cannon." Ooh. After like a super long and grindy game. So that was super cool and fun. That cube, I think they featured it on the Lucky Paper podcast. It is a lot more depth to it than it maybe sounds like, but it's also really goofy.
It's really
It was the most fun that I had all weekend.
jelly. I didn't get to play that. That sounds so sick.
It was super cool.
Anna Banana, Saturday day 1 or
I
Saturday
got
draft 1.
my second draft that I did not get to pick. Once again, I had about 10 cubes listed on Hedron Network that I wanted to get to draft, and I got my number 1 pick was the Sweet Treats cube, which is just a cube that's very centered around tokens, because I like pieces of cardboard and shuffling them around.
Fair.
So we sit down, we make packs, we start drafting, and the person across from me goes, "Judge," calls the judge over and says, "Judge, there's a proxy in this cube."
L person.
The person next to me then says, "Huh, I think this card is a proxy too," and pulls out another card, which I think they were like cheap cards. I'm guessing what probably happened is this person probably had proxies in the cube, maybe was shuffling cards around and forgot to take them out, because from the front side they weren't the most obvious things in the world.
Yeah.
So the cube got taken away from us, and once again we were given the choice of I think it was the Fishbowl, which is a Merfolk themed cube, or
Oh God.
High Power Low Budget.
Oh no.
And I told the table, please, guys, for the love of freaking God, do not pick High Power Low Budget. Anything but that. I just played it because my last cube was not registered. I don't want to do the same thing twice
And you
in a
trophied
row.
it, so you kick their asses if you got it.
That would be just unfair, though.
Yeah. No, that would suck.
Thankfully, they had a different cube, which people didn't want to do the Fishbowl. I wanted to do Fishbowl, but whatever. They had another cube. It was, I think it was just called the Synergy Cube, and it was a Synergy Cube to a certain degree. Once again, I drafted Jeskai. I guess when I'm in random environments that I get thrown into, my default go-to is Jeskai for some reason. But I was playing Jeskai Blink. I had like a Brago, Flicker Wisp, Reflector Mage, Wall of Omens, Thundertrap Trainer, Dour Port Mage, a Cloud Goat Ranger, and my favorite card, Mulldrifter. I had some counter magic. I had a Spellseeker package, so I could Spellseeker to get like Flame Slash, Mana Leak, Lose Focus, Preordain, Abrade, just good spells. Except once again, I got ran over because in this Synergy Cube, there are a lot of cards that were not very synergistic and were just good. So I got beaten by a person who was just like, yeah, I just drafted a pile of good cards, and I was like, yeah,
That always feels bad in a synergy cube.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 Alas.
Alas, my deck was pretty sweet though, and my opponents were in the last round was in the second round too were all like pretty good. So
Cool.
Went 1-2, but at least the games I lost were like still very fun and engaging.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's like the goal
Yeah.
of CubeCon.
Yeah. Well, again, like a little bit of a tirade. Not really, but I am kind of upset that in my 5 cubes for the weekend, or I guess 6, but in my 5 main cubes for the weekend, I only really got to pick 3 of them.
Yeah.
The 2, because I got put into my first choice. There were 9 other cubes that I also would have been very happy to draft.
Yeah.
And, I understand that, people want their cubes drafted. These were cards or cubes that hadn't gotten the opportunity to draft, and that's why the judges were bringing them to us. But at the same time, there are a ton of people who go full random. I wish Hedron Network had a way to take all the people who go full random and, put them in, cubes that haven't been drafted, because even in, the Discord, their creators mentioning, hey, CubeCon was great and all, but I really wish that my cube had the opportunity to be drafted, and with the number of people who go full random, that should be possible.
I agree, yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Just give you a random option, literally just a random option.
Right.
There is.
and then
You just don't rank anything.
Yeah, it's true. That's what Anna's saying. It's full random, but I agree, Anna. I think there should be,
Yeah.
they should bias full random towards cubes at a certain point in the event, towards cubes that have not been drafted.
Well, it's
or
kind
as
of,
much.
I don't know, there's a limitation to the Hedron Network ranking system, which, because I had an idea to, go quasi-full random where I just, listed a bunch of cubes that I didn't want to play because it was outside of my comfort zone, or in the case of Anna's cube, it's a cube that I had played before. But you're only allowed to no list 3 cubes. So what I wanted to do was no list a bunch of them and then go full random and just ride the wave. But because you can only no list 3, I didn't feel comfortable doing that. And I wish there was a way to do that.
For sure.
Because out of 70 cubes, there's going to be some that just don't click with your style.
Yeah.
Just because I think this cube sounds dumb and stupid doesn't mean it's dumb and stupid. I'm sure some people would really enjoy it.
But yeah, my most negative part of the weekend was that there were not 1, but 2 instances where I walked in thinking I was going to get my first pick choice, and then it's oops, you don't even get to be in the pool for the remaining 9. It's just, sorry, we just have to pick a random one. And again, it didn't end up being that bad, and I can't complain that much because I still had a good time, but that was my biggest strike against the weekend. It's just not.
That's very fair. That's just
Yeah.
super unlucky, too.
That is
That's
really.
That's lightning striking twice.
It's CubeCon variance. You got struck by variance.
But also,
Should have won the Pro Tour.
Exactly.
Saturday draft 2.
All right, Cat-
Let's kick it off with Dan, because we already did Dan's first draft on Saturday.
He's also the cat tamer right now.
Yeah. he has
Croissant
the
eater.
croissant stick.
I have,
Attack
I
the
have the
talking
talking croissant.
The talking croissant.
Yes. So for the second draft of main event day 2, I drafted the 15-card Monty Cube. So this is a really sweet one. So you draft 2 packs of 20 cards, and then you construct a deck that only consists of 15 cards. And of course, there's a special rule where you don't lose from drawing from an empty library. It was a very interesting environment. And the cool thing about it is that in most games, it's very likely that you end up drawing and playing your whole deck, and you also end up seeing your opponent play out their entire deck. So it ends up being actually relatively low variance, and it's very kind of chess-like, where you're thinking about the entirety of your deck. How does every single answer in your deck line up with every single threat in their deck, and vice versa? Also, sideboarding is much more relevant because you've basically seen their whole deck. You know exactly how to sideboard against them, and your sideboards are much larger because in a 15-card deck, you're running 5 or 6 lands. So you have so many cards that you can sideboard in. You can really do a very transformational sideboard. So
That's cool.
I pack one, pick one, Ritual of Soot. which is like a wrath for smaller creatures in black. Pack 1, I'm taking like all these black removal cards, and I like almost no creatures. And I'm like, how the hell am I going to win the game? And then pack 2, pick 2, I get past probably one of the best cards in a cube in which you can construct a 15-card deck. A 1 Laboratory Maniac.
Let's go.
And so I'm like, WinCon acquired. Now my only plan is to just kill all my opponent's threats, stick a landman, draw a card, and win the game. And so cool. It was super sweet to pilot this deck because how it ended up playing out was like game 1. Most of the time they didn't know what I was on. So like I'm just like I would maybe play like a creature or two to like act like I'm trying to keep up with the board state, kill all their creatures, protect my life total, and then on the last turn stick a lab man, hold up a counter spell so they couldn't kill it, and then untap, draw a card, win the game. Game 2 became much more 2 and 3 were much more interesting because now they know that's my plan, and I don't have a lot of creature threats in my I don't really have any creature threats in my deck besides so I had 2 creatures in my deck. It was Labman, and the other one was Silent Hall Creeper, which is a rare from Duskmourn. It is 1 in a blue, unblockable creature. It's a 1/1. When it connects with the opponent, you can choose one of 3 options. Put 2+1/+1 counters on it. It becomes a copy of another creature you control, or the best 3 cards in Magic the Gathering, draw a card. So basically what I would do in the second game is I would play out the Hall Creeper early. That's a threat that they have to deal with. I would also side in this artifact called Tel-Gilad Stylus, which is a single mana artifact that says tap, return target permanent you own to the bottom of your library. So they try to remove my Hall Creeper, goes on the bottom of my library. They try to remove my Lab Man, goes to the bottom of my library. So cool. I'm basically making them cycle through all their removal, fizzling their removal. Then I get to an empty library, stick a Lab Man with a Hall Creeper, or just stick a Lab Man and draw from an empty library. Very cool. I ended up 2-1-ing. The one person I lost to kind of like figured out my shtick pretty quickly, and he was able to hold up 2 removal spells on the final turn while pressuring my life total. So like I could counter one of them, but not the second one. But it was a very, very cool transformational environment where it really changes the way you play and the way you think about how your deck works. So that was sweet.
Oh,
that's
really
sick.
Cool.
Really cool.
I like environments like that where it's just like completely different.
Yeah, and we'll talk about after the main event. We also played a very transformational draft environment.
We did. That was really fun.
That was a sweet cube.
So Devin and I shared a pod on this one. We shared the Innistrad to Eldritch Moon cube.
Ooh.
So this is the heyday for, at least for me, playing lots of constructed Magic. This is a format of very sweet cards that are all very near and dear to my heart. Mm-hmm. So a lot of them are also found in
I'm very familiar with all of those standard cube. Cards. Oh yeah.
Yeah, lots of cards from here are also in the Boomer Cube. Cards I like. I ended up drafting like a Jeskai Geist deck.
Cool.
It was sweet. It wasn't good. Because, like, I didn't win a game until I played against Devin.
All right, listen, we gotta quit doing this. This is like the 4th time.
I'm sorry. Do you mean top 400 competitor, Gavin?
Thank you. Somebody said it.
Yeah,
24,000 people.
Yeah, it was. My deck was cool. Had cool cards in it, but it was not good. It was just like, I don't know. My removal was kind of like janky into some of the like threats of the format.
Yeah.
Oh well, Geist of Draft. Every time it came down, all of one game, won the game.
I had a wonderful time playing, even though I technically 0-3'd.
Technically,
yeah. I drafted
technically.
We'll talk about it. I drafted the coolest Simic deck, and it was so much fun to pilot.
You missed the best card in the cube.
I was gonna bring it up, and see, he's already on me about it.
You missed the best card in the cube for this deck.
Welcome to my every fucking week.
Man, this guy's on me. All right. I had the choice between Cyclonic Rift and Prophet of Krufix. I was clearly in Simic. And I made the incorrect choice of taking the Cyclonic Rift.
This is a 1v1 format.
I thought It's still good in the 1v1 format, and it actually won me every game that I casted.
It's fine. Okay.
And I thought that I would wheel it because I've taken all the other Simic gold cards in Pack 1 and in Pack 2. So I was like, there's no way that someone's going to clearly take the best card in the cube and splash it. That doesn't even make sense.
They did that. Yeah.
But they for sure did that.
For sure.
And my deck was significantly worse because of that. And I had wonderful.
I'm not sure that it was
games.
quite as good as my round one opponent when we went Thoughtseize into Pack Rat.
Pretty good. Claps.
It's been winning limited games for a long time.
Pretty good. I think the guy 3-0'd, so
Nice.
I believe so. He was playing for the 3-0 for sure.
I know he was playing for it.
Me and Hippo decided to tilt sprint away from the table afterwards, so I'm not sure who won the conclusion of that match.
We left and we had to go get food. It was a rough day.
Right,
Yeah,
you guys
food
will
was
fall off the
imperative.
face of the earth.
I got the keys from Anna, and I was like, we need tilt food. So we literally left.
Lord, did we get
Yeah,
some
because I
food?
remember wrapping up and everyone's like, "Oh, where's Devin and Hippo?" Like,
We were on
wanna-
a date.
Yeah, we want to like.
Sorry, Anna, love you.
We're trying to like hang out and like draft them. It's like, "Oh, where's Devin and Hippo?" And like, "Oh, they left without telling anybody." Oh, okay, cool.
Well, a part of tilt is not speaking. It's sprinting away.
Cameron, your second draft.
I drafted the El Clasico cube.
Oh, yeah, this one.
Another like master set draft style cube, but like I said, Devin was drafting it earlier. There's some power outliers such as Endearing Curiosity and Torrential Gear Hulk seemed really, really good. I put this on my list because I wanted to draft like a really low to the ground aggro deck because it seemed to be power outliers too in that. I didn't get a lot of the power outliers in that. Like there's the 3-mana double strike dash backup. I didn't get that. So I ended up in Boros, and at one point I already have Heartfire Hero in the draft, and I see my first dual land of the deck, Black Kitten, Sulphur Springs, Boros Garrison. I see that next to Heartfire Hero, the 2-mana mouse. Which one's that one?
That's the Ember Heart Challenge.
Ember Heart Challenger. Heartfire Hero is the one I just
The
said.
1-mana one.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I already had the 1-mana one. I see the 2-mana mouse,
So
and
like,
I
okay.
also see the Pain Land. I'm like, well, I don't think I'm going to wheel the Pain Land. Maybe I'll wheel this because I'm getting past a lot of red aggro cards. So I passed the 2-mana mouse, and it did not. The guy next to me was in Rakdos, kind of like Rakdos sack
Scooped
aggro.
it up.
So I didn't get that, but this thing did save me because there's multiple games where I win turn 1 red 1-drop and the turn 2 Phalanx leader, which is white. So I was just this red-white super low to the ground shitters deck with 2 pump spells. I had 12 1-drops and 9 2-drops. The coolest part, or funny, again, this was another pod where everybody was just like super, super chill. And like there was a group of friends and they were really fun to hang out with and draft with. I pacified this 1-mana 1/1 reach Death Toucher because I had a Healer's Hawk in play.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Get it out of the way.
he's like, well, damn, that's my only creature that can block flyers. And like 2 turns later, he plays a spider spawning. And I'm like, so that was a fucking lie.
That's not a creature.
And that is true. It makes
It's not a
creatures, but we
creature.
were laughing about that. He was really cool. A pivotal turn, he drew a tap land when he needed a flashback spider spawning, and I killed him the next turn. So the Boros deck taking advantage of tap lands.
There you go.
We love that. It was a pretty fun cube. Recommend it. Good group of people. Yeah.
Nice.
Talked to Yu-Gi-Oh with one guy there too, which was pretty fun.
Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Goat format for life.
Go format for life.
Hell yeah.
Go for it.
Silly Sintilly. Second
So,
draft
for
Saturday?
my second draft Saturday, I drafted Samich's Peasant Cube. Whoever Samich is, I like your cube very much. The cube designer, I assume that was Samich, came up to me after and we talked about it a little bit. My pack one pick one was, I saw a skin render in the pack, which is a card that I very much like. But then the very last card was Fire Covenant. Which is technically an uncommon. And I said, that's a little too good. And so I took Fire Covenant. But then the next pack, there was like maybe a mediocre black card that I was going to take to go with Fire Covenant. But then I saw, this is a Pauper podcast, Cryogen Relic, which is just such a cool card. And I decided to spring for that. And then my next picks in order were Nurturing Pixie, Fear of Isolation, and Core Skyfisher. So completely abandoned ship on the Fire Covenant and just ended up drafting this beautiful little marriage of like standard blue-white Pixie and like Pauper core Skyfisher piles.
Nice.
The whole play something, pick it up, get value, go nuts.
Really cool.
The very first match I played against like Bant Flicker deck that had my Cloud Blazer and Soul Herder, but it also resulted in the coolest game that I won all weekend in game 3, where I'm like really far behind and pretty much resigned to the fact that I've lost this game, and I feel like I'm just going through the motions until he plays the squad card Sicarian Infiltrator, makes like 5 guys, draws 5 cards. Then I noticed that he's only got like 6 cards left in his deck. And you're in real desperation mode when you're in that, like, well, maybe, what if I can deck him somehow? Then he takes his next turn, he plays a Flood Pit Drowner, taps one of my creatures, picks it up, replays it again, taps another one of my creatures, and attacks with everything. I can block such that I go to literally 1 life. And he's got 2 cards left in his deck because he was trying to draw some more, ways to get rid of my creatures. But he's totally tapped out, and he's like, okay, pass. And I untap, and I go, I'd like to cast Flicker Wisp. And he goes, okay. And I go, your Cloud Blazer. And he goes, okay. I said, draw 2 cards. And he draws 2 cards, untaps, and decks.
That's
Wow.
That's sick.
I know. That felt
lines.
really good.
So you're saying Flicker Wisp was good.
Big surprise. Well, yeah, so naturally I win the next match and the finals because my deck had Flicker Wisp and Thraben Inspector in it, so it was basically unbeatable.
Sick trophy.
Yeah. In the finals, I got to play against Boros splashing known Pauper Menace Writhing Chrysalis. Here's, for those of you that want to know how to beat Writhing Chrysalis, here's the hotness. They need a downshift Builder's Talent, which makes a 0/4 and then lets you put counters on things. And so this is 1/5 wall sat in front of a Writhing Chrysalis for like 4 turns in a row.
Incredible.
See, the problem
And
with Pauper,
basically won the game.
the problem with Pauper is the second Writhing Chrysalis, and then the third. And
Well,
the fourth, and the fifth,
you just
and the
play a
sixth.
second and well, that's where you play your second and third Builder's Talent.
Shit, you're right.
They get your walls big enough. And so so I got my my first trophy of the weekend playing, but like just a sweet deck.
That's
Just
awesome.
Good stuff. Core Skyfisher piles. Everybody loves those.
Beautiful.
Nice. Who's next?
So, I too drafted spicy ramen.
Nice.
And I will say, I think it was my favorite cube of the weekend. I just really liked how it played, and I liked the cards in it, and I liked the synergies across all the archetypes. I packed one, picked one on Languish. I was like, board wipes are usually good, and I like this card a lot. And I actually ended up in like an Esper artifact pile because I was getting a lot of these artifact synergy cards really late. Like I got a mid-late pack Thoughtmonder and a late pack Baleful Strix, and I got Armix, Filigree Thrasher.
Oh, yeah.
That card was probably one of the best cards in my deck.
It's a really cool card.
It's 2 and a black for a 3/2 artifact creature. When it attacks, you can discard a card, and if you do, target creature gets -X, where X is the number of artifacts on the field plus the number in your graveyard. Basically, attacks kill a creature. I put like a Nettle Cyst on it, which gives it +1/+1 for each artifact you control.
And
so,
enchantment.
And enchantment. So it's just
Urza
like
Saga.
I could just like swing with this like unkillable Armix and it would just like
Hammer
mow
thing.
down.
Oh, that's
And
sick.
Sagardicade.
Mow down creatures. It was really sick. I really liked my deck. I only won 1/2. Although, so in round 2, I faced Phil Lee, who's like I guess like a pro tour guy.
Yes.
Very good Magic player. Also, really nice person.
Nice.
Awesome to play against. He was playing Bant Flicker with Ewit and Soul Herder. So, like, the stuff I like to do in Cam's Peasant deck, or Peasant Cube.
It's not a Peasant Cube anymore.
Cam's no longer Peasant Cube.
Never was.
Rip.
So, basically, he would just churn through, like, Fungal Regrowth, Ewit get back Fungal Regrowth, and he had a Innkeeper out. And so this Innkeeper was getting him tons of life. I could not shoot through his life total. So he gets me and outgrinds me game 1. Game 2, I got to do the combo of Tidehollow Sculler, trigger on the stack, Ephemerate, comes back into play, Tidehollow Sculler you again, and he was like, oh, that's dirty. I was like, yeah, it feels
That's
pretty.
speaking my language.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got to exile like a Moldrifter or something. Because his hand, we had like 3 lands in play, and then or he's about to play his third land, and then his hand was just like gas, it was like gas. I took as I said, Mold Drifter, Perma Exile, and then Exile under the Sculler like a Resto.
I'll have to send this episode to Spellman and be like, all right, dude, everybody wants you to come bring your cube down to Nashville.
Yeah, it was a really good
Some
cube.
glowing reviews amongst these folks.
Plus, what a great name for a cube designer.
Yeah, right.
There we go.
And then in game 3, I keep a hand. We have 6 minutes left on the clock because game 1 was just so grindy, and we were playing at like a reasonable pace too. Like we weren't slow playing at all.
If anyone has watched coverage from Common Ground Cup 2, Anna plays very quickly.
And Phil Lee also played very quickly too. Like we were slinging cards, but we just couldn't get through each other's life totals very quickly. So in game 3, I keep a hand that's like very stall, like a hand in which I know I'm not going to lose. Because I know my deck cannot win in 6 minutes. So we get to turns, we get to the end of turns, and I know I'm locked because all I needed was 1 win. And Phil Lee was like, "Hey, if you don't mind, I need 1 more win in order to get into top 128. Do you mind conceding to me?" And I was like, "Dude, of course. You've been fantastic to play against. If this game kept going on, you'd probably kick my ass. So yeah, sure." And he was like, "Yeah. Thank you." And so. Technically, I 1-2'd that cube, but my deck was really sweet. I had a lot of fun playing my deck.
Good.
Nice. Where does that leave us on Saturday?
That leaves us with 2 people in top. 3 people in top 128. That would be Mr. Matthew Centillis,
And
Anna, and Dustin Sendejas,
and Everett.
and Everett.
Oh, so we got four Nashville.
No, Everett
Nashville.
didn't make it.
Everett didn't
Oh.
make it.
Oh, did he not? Oh, that's right, he did.
Oh, I thought he lost in 128. Excuse me.
No.
Oh, because he drafted.
So I was
the
correct in
weird
3.
cube with us.
Yeah.
That was
that was last. No, he made top 64 last year.
Yeah.
Your ears are dying.
No, you're good. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. You're good.
So we'll recap. Anna, do you want to talk about your top 128 experience?
So I was so tired because Devin and Hippo had graciously gotten me the worst Pokeball I've ever had.
You're welcome.
Oh,
Meanwhile, our food was from that restaurant was absolutely
It
incredible.
tastes better when other people's food sucks. I'm telling
was-
you. It does.
It had no flavor
Oh God.
except mayonnaise.
Ew.
Wisconsin
That's how you top 128'd?
mayonnaise, baby.
No.
Was that the cube you played? Was the mayonnaise Pokeball?
mayonnaise poke cube.
I too played the Innistrad to Innistrad standard cube.
Just trying to Eldritch Mage.
Oh, so Anna, I think I
Okay.
recall.
We did a really good job of
Okay.
jumping onto
Well,
cubes
this
when
is
we
different.
mentioned them.
This is this is
Let the records show I was the only one who followed that.
No, I tried to
instructions.
follow it and I got cut off. So
Well, we are in our 2.5. We are in the 150th minute of recording.
And
so-
140 minutes is Cameron talking.
that's not true.
No, you can go back and look. You could look at the tracks.
So anyway, before drafting this, Hippo gives me the advice and he says, "Anna, I know you and I know how you like to draft. You like drafting these dirty blue piles. I drafted it and it's not good. Do not draft that. Draft some kind of like red aggressive, like get on the board deck." And I go, "I'll try and do that." So I go to my pack one, pick one.
Uh-oh.
And I see a Storm Breath Dragon. I'm like, it's 3 red for a 4/4 Flying Haze, protection from white. I know that color hosers in this era are very, very good. White is a good color to be protection from, and stat-wise, this thing is phenomenal. 3 red, 4/4 Flying Haze is going to beat most things. It's
It can
an
get
amazing
bigger.
clock.
It gets bigger later.
Gets bigger later. It has a monstrosity
Yeah.
cost where you can like put 3
It
counters.
puts 3 counters on it, and they take damage equal to the number of cards in their hand.
So it's good against the Dirt League decks.
So what'd you
Yes.
take?
And then I saw in the pack was Terminus.
She couldn't help herself.
It beats the Stormbreath Dragon.
I go, "Oh, but there's Terminus."
Oh no.
Okay, to be fair,
James has
I'm
his
with
head in his
you
hands.
on the. I don't think you can draft a cube once and say this archetype sucks.
No, I think you can.
I don't think you can.
But I think that
I think that was kind of how like the cube owner kind of thinks things have been going as well.
Okay.
So
I think that objectively the correct pick was still the Stormbreath Dragon. In this environment, there are not enough ways to set up Miracle. I knew this. There's Scrylands you can scry, but if you don't play a Scryland in your first turn, then you're just going to draw your Terminus like I did 3 games in a row.
You want to draw your Terminus.
Not for the first turn of the game.
Oh,
no.
not the first turn.
Not the first turn when you're going tap land or you go you top deck, you draw your first card for the turn, and you go.
That's annoying. Still a good 6-mana Wrath.
But I think Stormbreath Dragon is objectively the best card in this environment. There was one other red card in the pack. That could potentially wheel. It was like a cheaper removal spell, like a Magma Jet or something like that. And I was like, I think this is objectively the best pick. Also, red was wide open. I 100% in retrospect, I know for a fact that the correct thing to do in draft was take the Stormbreath Dragon and just play a red aggro deck, and I just didn't do that.
You watched it happen. You watched it all float around.
Now instead, I got Terminus and Treat. I got past the late Supreme Verge. I got past late Geist. I got past late Aetherling. I got multiple pieces of counter magic. I got all my blue-white lands. I got Sphinx's Reb pretty late too. I got all these blue-white cards. I got my pick.
And what was your record, Anna?
0202.
Yep.
Okay. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd your third round go? It was the drop slip?
Oh, it was a drop slip, yeah. I was like, I'm tired. I'm going to go eat dinner.
Fair. Especially when you're out of the tournament.
I will say, Anna, I was hyping you up to Han, and like she knows you're a crusher, and like I was like, oh, Anna trophied the first, Anna trophied another one, and Hannah's like, yeah, duh, Anna's cracked. So we were rooting for you. I mean, we're rooting for everyone.
Yeah, I looked at my deck.
Except for Devin.
I looked at my deck before playing, and I knew this deck does not work.
Yeah.
Top 400 player. My
Why'd you say
girlfriend
that
taught
in
me
the
how to play
mic?
Magic.
Anna, was that also what Dustin drafted? I'm trying to remember. Was he in your pod?
He did.
He was in my
Okay.
pod.
Yeah, 'cause Dustin-
there could only be one.
Yeah.
No, top 128, you have to 2-1 or better.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You have to be the top split of
That
your...
was what he drafted to
Or
make
top,
top 64 Sunday.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Damn. Well, GG's, Anna.
That leaves.
Only one.
There can only be
Well,
one.
Yeah, I guess.
8 competitors
So-
in Tilly.
Coming out of the second draft Saturday, I guess I was in a Peasant Cube kind of mood. So I put as my top choice the Peasant Plus Cube for top 128, which I just barely skirted into, going 2-1 and 3-0 like Saturday. So that was not even on the mind waking up that day. Peasant Plus Cube is, Peasant cards. It's got a lot of the more powerful ones, Demonic Tutor, Force of Will, stuff like that. But all the actual spells are, commons and uncommons. But then the lands are all just like anything you want. It's like fetches, shocks, surveils, everything short of just like original dual lands. So, really, really, really good fixing, which is why I opened my first pack and took the best card, Mother of Runes, and then proceeded to not see a reason to take a non-white card the entire rest of the draft.
Let's go.
So in this cube where I looked at the summary and I was like, oh, dang, the fixing's really good. I played Kabira Takedown, Witch Enchanter, Eagles of the North, and 13 Basic Planes.
Yes.
That's gas.
That's awesome.
You channeled your inner Hippo.
Yeah.
You did. You posted that in our local Discord. I was very excited.
Pack 2, I opened Swords to Plowshares. We finished a draft. I run to the bathroom and I walk past where Hippo was hanging out, and I was like, "Hippo, I'm channeling a hippo," and he made some noises. Oh fam. And I go to the bathroom and I walk back up and I walk past him again and I said, "Hippo, you gotta do me a favor. You gotta say a prayer to Craig Wesco for me." And he went, "No!"
Oh, fuck yeah.
Then Hippo pulled out his rosary and started praying to Craig Wesco.
The last thing you find out.
White Mana symbol.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I was on your wavelength.
The big ones in Aether Vial.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, the crosses and Aether Vial?
Yeah.
The big ones.
I don't know exactly what a rosary looks like. I don't know if there's bigger beads or little. I don't know.
I can't remember.
Every so many beads is a big. Yeah, come on.
So yeah, I played technically 13 land, actually effectively 16 land mono white.
Sick.
Game 1, I played against Sultai ramp. We had round 1, I played against Sultai like ramp deck. We had a really weird first game where he cast Canker Bloom on turn 2, and I mana tithed it, and then he picked it back up with Colossal Sky Turtle and played it. And I went to kill it with Kabira Takedown, and he like hemmed and hawed for a second, and then he went, "Nah, fam, Force of Will." And I went, "Whoa,
Wow.
what?
That's
Canker
aggressive.
Bloom?
That is aggressive.
Okay."
All right.
And then I cast Oust on it. And I was like, damn it. We just played this whole game fighting over Canker Bloom, and at the end of it, I was like, "Why?" He was like, "I don't know. I felt like I needed a creature with 2 toughness." Like, okay.
That's funny.
It was really funny. And then game 2, I had a sick turn where I cast like Hop to it to make 3 creatures, Resolute Reinforcements to make 2 creatures, and then tapped all my creatures to cast a Convoked Triplicate Spirits.
Yes.
Just put 8 creatures into play in 1 turn.
I was so happy to see
And
that.
we were kind of having a good time, and my opponent was laughing. She's like, "How am I supposed to beat this? This is ridiculous."
Cry the Canarian.
Yeah, he didn't. Apparently not. Round 2, I actually played against Phil Lee. He, like you said, just unbelievably good player. He played like really fast for playing 4-color Blink Dirtle Pile. At some point in our second game, he almost got to the point where he had a Lily Splash Mentor in play, which is like pay 3 mana at Simic to flicker one of your creatures. We were getting to the point where he was about to just activate that like 4 times in a row on his Gonti and like deck me. He had already hit me with Gonti like 4 times that game. It didn't help that I attacked with everything and thought that a sorcery in my hand that put a +1/+1 counter on all my creatures was an instant. So he was like, go to damage, and I was like, no. Yes. Yes, and he was like, cool, I guess I'll eat 3 of your creatures in combat. And I said, you know what, you darn will.
Oof.
So I lost that one, so it came down to round 3, win or go home. And I played against black-red, kind of like aggro sack deck, but it was also splashing green and white for Good Fortune Unicorn to do kind of like the +1/+1 counter, like persist combo stuff with Murderous Redcap. But even though he had the power of Writhing Chrysalis on his side, it wasn't enough for mono white. So 2-1 the cube, made it for top 64. Ran home thinking, oh man, we got to get to bed because I got an early day tomorrow. I want to get to bed like ASAP.
We drafted a cube.
Hang on.
My favorite thing about the end of that is me popping off, and like every time I love popping off.
Yeah.
I just every CubeCon, I just want to be in your cheerleader section.
Yeah, Cam's a pretty good hype man.
Yeah.
So Tillis is so like even killed, like just so calm all the time. Like even after he just smushed this,
His opponent looked pissed when I was popping off.
Oh, I know.
Kind of bad for him. Yeah,
It's probably not the most sportsman-like thing to do. But
I believe the guy said before that he was like, "This is my pro tour." Like I overheard him talking.
Okay,
to
then
his
you got to get the
friends.
fuck over yourself if this is your pro tour.
I overheard them saying that. I was like, "That's a lot. Dude.
That is a lot.
That's a lot."
But we drafted the opposite day cube as a group of friends, and then one of the staff members from the event actually ended up in our drafting our pod with us.
That was so funny.
This was the coolest cube concept I played over the weekend.
The goal was to lose.
The goal is to like force a way to lose with like static magic things. 10 poison, deck yourself, draw from an empty library. You loot like
Zero life.
Yeah. Very interesting game planning going on here. Like Dan definitely got the best card in the cube. I'm like 99% certain of that. I had probably the second best one.
yeah, pack 3, pick 1, poison Mox.
So
tap, make a mana of any color, give yourself 2 poison counters.
5-turn clock, baby.
You are now on a 5-turn clock, and I have free mana. Like, it was ridiculous.
Let's go.
And I had the Bayou that does the same thing,
But
Okay.
one poison.
except only 1 poison.
Oh, sure.
But still, anyways, very cool. The guy, his name was Jesse, I think.
Will?
No, I think the guy's name was Jesse.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought it was Will. Excuse me.
Super, super nice, super fun to play with.
He was really cool.
Yeah, he was really cool to play with. appreciate him filling in our.
Oh yeah, I love the concept. It's just another one of those cubes where it just completely changes the way you think about the game while you're drafting and playing, which is that's one of the coolest thing about cubes like that for me.
And I was so against, like, we play any other cube, and I ended up like, oh, this is like kind of cool.
Dude, you trophied it. You got yourself a little pin too.
It felt like I was playing like Commander in a weird way, because I'm like, oh, I built a Commander.
So tell us about your anti-trophy deck.
I guess, yeah, I did 3-0 it. I guess the highlight of my deck was weapons manufacturing. It's enchantment. Whenever a non-token artifact you control enters, create a colorless artifact token named Munitions. When this token leaves the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to any target. And then I had Memorial Vault, just 3 in a red, also from EOE, funny enough. Artifact, you can tap, sack it, or sack another artifact, exile the top X cards of your library, where X is 1+ the mana value of the sacrifice artifact, and you can play those cards this turn. That was really good with weapons manufacturing, and really good when I stole my opponent's coveted jewel. You got to draw 3 and sack it and exile the top 7. It was really cool.
Brutal.
It was a fun cube. So that I had some grindy games.
Do you know what was not fun?
What?
Our trip back to the Airbnb.
Oh, what, 'cause it was raining?
I don't think it had anything to do with it, actually.
I don't know. We
The rain
got
didn't
back.
help.
Huh?
The rain didn't help. Oh, because we tried to
did
go
not.
downtown.
Yeah,
to
it was
eat
it was
food,
a whole thing.
and there was like a bunch of drunk college kids, and like you couldn't tell where the lanes were because they're doing construction.
And then it was
Yeah.
just Anyways,
I don't know. We just got back home, and I just like sat in my car for 20 minutes. I was talking to Katie for a bit.
Yep.
It was fine.
and the rest of us go inside, and we open the first door to get into the garage, and then we go to open the second door into the house, and we go just try to click. It's one of those what do you call it?
Not a deadbolt. We
Not a
just
deadbolt.
The jiggle didn't wiggle.
The jiggle did not wiggle. So we really wondered. We're like, how does that happen? And I had to explain to the 2 people that have never experienced this before.
No, okay, hold on.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, so this door, every door handle that locks, like, so not the deadbolt, the actual handle itself that I've ever seen, it's either the push one where if you go to open it from the inside, it pops out.
Yep. Or the turn.
Or it's the turn of the knob.
Yeah.
A
Which means
deadbolt
that
where
the
you
handle
can't.
doesn't move. But the handle doesn't move on both sides.
Huh.
This door,
I've never seen that either.
the outside won't move. You can still open the door from the inside. So you can lock the door while it's closed, open it up, walk outside, and not realize that the door is locked, and then you can't get back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's
I have
stupid.
I have had this my entire life. This was nothing.
You were
new to
the
me.
only person.
That's not true. Dan also knew what this was.
Thomas, tiebreaker. Have you ever seen this before?
I had a handle
I
like
don't
this
know.
before.
Okay, that's a no.
I will say so. Yeah,
It's not common though.
So someone in our group who we don't know who it is.
I
Fingers
do-
are being pointed right now for those who are audio only.
No, Dev, I think when you left that
It
night,
is all audio only.
I think when you left that night, you were being nice and
there's
locked the
cameras
door.
everywhere.
So let's talk about this. Cameron has a history of locking doors.
I just locked Hippo out of there.
And
Okay, but not
causing
behind
tilt.
me. But not behind me.
Yeah, Dan was making a point.
Well, oh no, not really.
Oh, okay.
I was just saying, someone in our group absent-mindedly locked this door, and now it is
Schindler.
11:30. Matt has to get up at like 7 a.m. to go draft in the top 64, and we're facing down the prospect of like sleeping in the garage.
So, from my perspective, Hippo, you go inside, and I was talking to Katie on the phone, and so like we're just talking for like 20 minutes, and like I'm just sitting in the car, and it's raining, and I see like Dan walk like to the van or like walk around for a second, like walk, but I see like Everett and Centillis, and I'm like, oh, they must like left something in like the van or something, and they walk away, and so I get done talking to her. I go inside, I walk through the garage door, and I just see Everett just like wiggling the door handle, and then like Hippo sitting on the ground, and Dan's like pacing around, and like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. So it was actually pretty wholesome. Dan, you tried to call a couple numbers.
Yeah, we had. I mean, I tried to call the owners of the Airbnb. They were like dead asleep. We called. They were like, we looked up multiple like 24-hour locksmiths. None of them picked up. Finally, one picked up for you.
Yeah,
and
where he called me back, and I remember like I like picked up my phone, I screamed because I was so excited.
yeah.
But so he answered. He was coming out, and it was like $100 appearance fee if he couldn't get it open. We're like, fuck it, whatever, sure. And he's 150 if I get in. I'm like, oh hell yeah, that's not bad. It's 30 split between all of us. He could have charged us $500. We would have paid it.
Oh, and he also asked you, he's like, is it okay if I use the drill? And we're like, I don't know about that.
There's like 4 doors we could try. Fuck it, I'll crawl through a damn window.
Yeah, we were considering trying to
Wow.
break into the house in some way or another.
Jeez.
But in the meantime, we played the party cube.
On the floor.
On the
in
floor.
the garage.
I couldn't take any more losses. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
What was this like 11:30 at this point?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was 11:30, I think, when we got the call back from the locksmith, and then he was like, "I'll be there in 40 minutes."
You just had your phalluses and your phalanges and trying to figure out what to do.
I
That's
have
awful.
I have a really sick picture of us playing. There's a Sharpie Nashibo brawler in the play, a Golbat in play, a One Piece card. It's just stupid.
I think I was in the middle of resolving a Mind's Desire for 7.
That was sick. That was pretty sick. I don't know. Yeah, man. Good times. I think that's like the perfect mood lightener for that situation. It's like, all right, let's play this shit box.
Oh, yeah, this is perfect time for the party cube.
Palate cleanser.
palate cleanser for
And
sure.
then it was time for the Centilli to get to partying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Tell us
that
about
means going to
our
bed.
final 2 drafts.
Yeah, so 2 drafts.
Spoilers.
Yeah, so I
3
woke
hours
up
ago.
by myself at 6:30 a.m. to shower and drive back to the convention. I got my number 1 pick for the top 64, which was the, everybody's been saying how much they love the spicy ramen cube. I think I'm also in agreement. The ball pit was the most fun that I had, but the spicy ramen was probably the best cube that I played.
Nice.
Just the
yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
a good power level, a very flat power level, and just some very fun cards. The pack that I opened has Remand in it, Pylon, good removal spell, and then kind of towards the end of the pack I see White of the Reliquary, green-black rare, kind of a Modern Horizons 3 card that I've never played with, but I know I've been told is very good. Devin, is White of the Reliquary good?
That card's a gas, daddy.
It's unbelievable. I didn't even realize this when I drafted it. It gets any land.
Anyway.
That's
Any
ridiculous.
land.
It's
Nazevith
stupid
even.
good. So I just followed the advice of many of my mentors and just took the Modern Horizons 3 card because those tend to be really good. And then the very second pick, I see Treasure Cruise and end up passing it for Deep Cavern Bat and like
Let's go.
I played the person to my left in the second round and he was just like, dude, what on earth did you pass Treasure Cruise for? And I was like, nah, Deep Cavern Bat.
Oh, I mean,
I
Deep Cavern
agree.
Bat's like
Deep
really
Cavern's
good.
bat is better in a vacuum. Like, you have to work for your
It also
cruise.
takes their cruise.
Cameron doesn't know what a
Yes,
vacuum is,
yes.
though, so.
There's no such thing as a vacuum in Magic.
Also very
That's not true.
this
There's
is an
that's not true. There's a
ongoing
ghost vacuum.
Very good. Very good, James. Very good.
it also anyway.
It was
It also worked
sweet
out
black
that,
green deck.
that I was the only, possibly the only green drafter at the entire table. I wheeled every single green-black card that I saw, so I got all of those. And I also wheeled in Pack 3 a Gilded Goose, which is like really, really good. When I posted the tech list, I tagged Thomas because this is like the deck that I know he loves to draft in basically any cube environment.
Most peasant cube type environments. I like the
And
green black deck
I
a lot.
tagged him and Michael Foll because he
Alum of the
loves
pod.
playing those, more so in constructed. But so I basically played green black like self mill and recursion. Match 1 I played against blue white blink. That was really good. We played a really, really grindy second game, but Marin of Clan Neltoth, the commander card, is
That card is sick.
super good. Just every turn you get to buy back a creature from your graveyard, and if some stuff has died so far this game, you just get to reanimate it. Incredible synergy with a Cursed Marauder. Gives you experience counters, and you just bring it back every single
That's
turn. Just
wow.
choose through their board.
That's my Pauper dream. Just a Curse Marauder.
It's going to be a while before
Marin.
Marin gets downshifted to
Tortex.
common, I think.
It's coming. It's coming.
Match
They
2,
4-0'd.
I played against the guy that I was passing to. He ended up in blue-red, like kind of the draw 2 deck. Game 1, I just won by decking him. So that's decking number 2 that's happened
Nice.
this weekend.
Nice.
Game 2, he like super aggro tempoed me out. Game 3 was a super slog. It actually came down to sudden death because we're playing amended sudden death rules. There can be no draws at starting at top 128.
Yep.
Sudden death is if whatever game you're in, you play your 5 turns, and then after turn 5, whoever has the higher life total wins. If players' life totals are tied, the next life total change determines the winner. So if you gain 1 life, you win. If you lose 1 life, you lose. I watched this happen last year where players went to turns, and then somebody won game 2. They shuffled up for game 3, and they had to each side put out every single fetch land. Because if you crack it, you lose immediately.
Oh my god.
And what came down to deciding the game was the fact that White of the Reliquary tutored up the best land in my deck, Restless Cottage, which attacked 3 or so times during the course of turns. And at the end of turn 5, I was like, okay, I'm going to be at 9 life. You're at 9 life. I have 3 food sitting here. Can you beat that? And the answer was he could not. So
let's go.
White proving to be the best card in the deck, by a long shot.
Sick.
Awesome.
And then match 3, I played against a white-black sack deck. He had a very, very good start game 1 with a bunch of tokens and Priest of the Forgotten Gods, another Michael Foale homer. I was at 2 on board with this active sacrifice and a Blood Artist effect. And I saw this pretty cool line of end of his turn sacrificing Lycid Prowler, a rare from Tarkir Dragonstorm, a 5/5 that mills you, but then you can renew it, so exile it from your graveyard to put a number of +1/+1 counters on a creature you control, equal to the number of lands in your graveyard. So I sack it end of turn, even though it's basically the biggest creature on the board, so that I can untap and renew it onto my Deep Cavern Bat and put 4 counters on it, gain life so that I'm no longer instantly dead to all his sacrifice shenanigans, and then have lethal with Collective Brutality acting as just shock.
That's sick.
And then game 2, he played some creatures. I cast Ritual of Soot to wipe the board, and that was pretty easy. Cam's pop-off was pretty tight. Y'all had walked up right behind me, I think, as we were starting the second game, and y'all were watching a little bit, and you were very excited for me, and I appreciate that.
You made top 8.
Yeah, and then I made
it's
top 8.
fucking sick.
And my mouth, I was really nervous, and my mouth was super dry, and I finished the match. and whichever one of y'all walks up, and they're like, "Hey, we got you some leftovers for breakfast. We have 4 biscuits. Do you want one?" I was like, "No, my mouth. This is the most parched my mouth has been in forever.
Drier than Dan's cube.
Correct. I was like, the last thing I want is a biscuit right now."
Your opponent seemed really fucking cool too.
Yeah, no, he was a really nice guy. He was a really cool dude.
It was because after I popped off, he was super cool about it.
Yeah, he was like, "Yeah, man, go for it."
He was telling you about he qualified for the Pro Tour and he popped off. His opponent was like, "Yeah, can you not do that right here?" And so
yeah,
he seemed like a really cool dude.
He was a good guy to play against. But yeah, so I made top 8. I got to sit on the featured draft. It was the MTGO Vintage Cube. But when the thing popped up in Hedron Network, it said it was the ball pit. The ball pit.
I see you in the ball pit.
I was so excited.
It would have been great. It would have been great if it was the ball pit.
One, because I drafted it already, and 2, because are you kidding me? The fucking ball pit is the top 8 draft. That's so funny. But then they were, and I was telling this guy that I had played earlier. I was like, "Dude, it says it's the ball pit." He was concerned. He's like, "What the fuck is the ball pit?"
Yeah, that would suck if you had no clue.
And then one of the judges was like, "No, it just says that we're doing the Vintage Cube," and he was relieved.
Dude, you're a monster, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah,
I
dude.
didn't put that in there.
But yeah, we got to draft actual paper Vintage Cube while they were distributing the cards for us to start shuffling, and everybody's kind of fanning through to unbox them. I got to peek the Black Lotus, kind of stopped on it, and I was like,
Was it black or white?
nice. It was white, I think. It was a White Lotus. But I just got to mire it for a little bit. I was like, nice.
Yeah,
and I continued shuffling.
It's really cool.
But yeah, top 8 Vintage Cube, against everybody is incredible. And we sit down at the table, and I see who my round 1 opponent is, none other than Gavin Verhey. So it's pretty heavily stacked against me. He's obviously very, very, very good. Hippo asked me, "What's your plan?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And he was like, "You gotta have a plan." And I was like, "I don't know. I'm gonna draft Vintage Cube. What do you mean? What's a plan?"
Draft my seat.
Yeah,
I like that.
I was like, as long as my seat isn't Tendrils Doomsday, I think we'll be fine. And I opened the pack, and
You got close.
You were pretty close.
I mean, I say that, yeah. I open the pack. It's kind of mediocre, and I get to towards the very end, and I see Tolarian Academy. I was like, oh baby, all right, whatever. Best card in the pack. Let's do it. Put my money where my mouth is. Then I think my next picks were Mox Diamond. Funny enough, Deep Cavern Bat again, and then Stock Up. And then artifacts were just kind of super open for the rest of the pack. I got an LED, like pick 7. Saw Brain Freeze in pack 2 and got Underworld Breach in pack 3.
Nice.
Ended up with like Tameo, Mishra's Workshop, Thopter Sword. This is like the best Mox Opal deck I've ever seen in my life.
You're also
Yeah.
PO, weren't you?
I also had Paradoxical Outcome.
Yes.
Pack 2, pick 15, Candelabra, Wield.
Yeah.
And
Just
ended
for
up
you.
just with like a very like kind
Retrofitter
of objective-
Foundry.
Retrofitter Foundry, Kappa Cannoneer,
Yeah.
Urza's Saga. Yeah, I ended up
really,
with just like
really
a
cool deck.
objectively very sick Academy Breach combo-y deck or whatever. It was a little bit smarter than me. I'm willing to admit that for fully.
You did post, this deck is really cool, but I don't know if I know how to play it.
Yeah. And of course, I sit down and I'm playing as Gavin, right? Like, he's very, very, very good. He is on the play and has turn 1 Mountain Go. I have a really sick opener. I have Mishra's Workshop, Mox Diamond, Lotus Petal, Crack It, Mightstone, Weakstone, Draw 2. And he's like, oh, okay.
All right.
He has a turn 2 City of Traders and Lelia. Okay. I have a turn 2 Kappa Cannoneer, so I'm feeling pretty good.
Blastoise, maybe.
And then
Big
he
man
goes
Blastoise.
turn 3, Blue Source, floating the mana from City of Traders. Vivi with 1 mana floating. And I was like, uh-oh. Plays like a 0, puts a counter on Vivi, uses that in the floating mana to cast Manamorphose, another counter on Vivi, uses that mana to play Ancestral Recall. And it just kind of went downhill from there. I was like chump blocking with that Kappa Cannoneer on turn 4.
Wow.
He just ran away with the game. But then the funniest thing, we're like picking up the cards going to game 2, and he like points at Vivi and he goes, "Man, Vivi, what were they thinking with that card?" He was a fantastic opponent. Like, we had a really good like banter, just like all 3 games. He was a very, very fun opponent to play. In addition to being, obviously very, very good. Game 2 was, I got to do my thing. I had turn 1 Urza's Saga into turn 2 Mox Diamond LED Academy, tap Academy to play Talisman, use the Mox Diamond and Talisman to make a construct. Turn 3, make another construct, fetch Retrofitter Foundry, and attack for like 7 on turn 3. Into also having enough artifacts in play that now my Academy taps for like 5 or 6, so I can play Mystic Confluence. He even
Back it
had
up.
Force
Let's
of Will
go.
to counter it when I went to counter his Vivi, and it didn't even matter because as soon as that Vivi resolved, he was chump blocking with it.
Wow.
And then game 3, everything fall apart.
This game 3 is on coverage. You
If you
go
want to watch
this.
me flail about and die.
Yeah.
Get broadsided into the
You
dirt.
mulligan.
Not even that.
You mulligan, though.
I mulled a 5.
Yeah.
He went 3 for 3 on Ancestral Recall. And I think that the best chance I had was actually keeping my 6. It was like kind of a sketchy looking 1-lander. But if I rip lands, then it was a much more powerful thing. I just kept a hand that was like, 5 cards. Oh, it has Aether Spellbomb, and then as Hippo just said, I got broadside bombardiered, idiot.
Very, very,
That
pretty
card-
very quickly.
But so pretty short-lived experience in top 8, but it was still a very, very cool experience. Like I said, just playing against Gavin, he's a super cool guy. As soon After the draft, I look at my phone, and in our group text, I like post a picture of the deck, and Cameron has texted me, and he says, all caps, ask about Esperzoa, and then Hippo immediately texts, please forget about Esperzoa. And I go and I sit down, and we're shuffling. Well, hey, how's it going? Nice to meet you. Hey, listen, I mean, you probably get this like all the time, but like, hear me out. Like, for Pauper, Espresso downshift. What do you think?
Dude, I fucking love
He,
you.
like, dead serious. He's like, well, actually, it's funny you should mention that. Somebody else this weekend was telling me about that. And I immediately folded. I was like, yeah, no, that was my friend. He put me up to this, like.
Oh my god.
But he, gave, a very, like, serious, we've thought about putting in different sets, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, okay, thanks for being a homie about this. Like,
I fucking love you. That's sick.
so,
awesome.
maybe one day. But, yeah, he was awesome.
We
I had a
planted the
good
seed.
time.
We planted the seed.
Yes, yeah, the seed has been planted. I was shuffling my like candelabra Mishra's Workshop deck very carefully. Like,
Yeah.
Cannot be understated
Academy.
how cool playing paper vintage cube is. That was amazing. I had a blast. I won. They gave me kind of a medium-sized, one of those like oversized poster cards of the Enduring Curiosity alt art, the cute cat one. And as soon as the judge hands it to me, they're like, and by the way, somebody who's still playing really wants to trade you for this. So at the end of it, I ended up. It was somebody who made Top 4, so they got a poster-sized card, which is gigantic, and it's a Dominic Meyer Omniscience from I think Foundations.
Yeah,
and I really like Dominic Meyer as an artist.
Is that the one you have the book of? No.
No. But yes, I really like Dominic Meyer as an artist, and didn't have any particular attachment to the Enduring Curiosity, so we traded it, and so
Hell yeah.
that guy's a homie.
Nice.
That's gonna look so cool sitting in the corner of your apartment.
I know.
With your other unhanged
It's gonna be
posters.
facing backwards, so you just see the. Thank goodness they put the Magic Online back on this thing and not the real Magic card back. Otherwise, it would be a proxy, and that's illegal.
Damn! Congratulations,
But
dude.
yeah, thanks. It was a blast.
Nashville's finest.
That wasn't even your only Tolarian Academy deck for the weekend.
Yeah, then because we're a bunch of sickos. Well, or is there anything else you want to talk about Sunday?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
I don't
yeah. Then
remember.
because we're a bunch of sickos, we went back to the Airbnb and drafted the Boomer Cube
Yeah.
in the I think aptly named Late Night Delirium bracket.
Yeah.
Or-
I cheaty faced Elspeth in against you.
If you remember 2 weeks ago, I had said that if there was any deck that I want to trophy, it's the Tinker deck because no one has trophied with it before. And we've added Tolarian Academy, I've added tons of artifacts like Goblin Engineer. There's more support now than ever, and I think the deck's really cool. Well, Scintillas got
Pack 1, pick 1 balance, pick 2 wildfire, and just drafted like I had Academy the whole time, and I got it pack 3, pick 4.
Damn.
Into pack 3, pick 6 Tinker. You just have faith.
Nice.
Have faith. And then Anna and I played the most bizarre match of the weekend.
Yeah, in game 2, I have 6 cards left in my library, and Scintillas is playing.
There was an
Drogo.
ensnaring bridge that came into the battlefield and then left the battlefield, then came back to the battlefield and left the battlefield, and then came back to the battlefield. Every one of those movements, I was making that decision. I just couldn't figure out whether it was good or not.
Just Goblin Welder.
You basically.
I had a Knight of the Reliquary that was bigger than Inkwell Leviathan.
Jesus. I mean, that's really cool, though. If you get a one-sided ensnaring bridge.
Yeah.
That's super sick.
It was interesting. I still couldn't attack, but
Oh.
because our Knight of the Reliquary was a 12-12. Yeah. So we played it.
I'm gonna cap this off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was he done?
I swear you done?
No.
We played an hour-long game 2 and then a 30-second game 3 where I played turn 3 Tinker. That was really funny.
Did you know that Green Sun Zenith prevents you from decking?
Yes.
All right, now
You know, this is a 5-hour podcast and people need to go to sleep.
No. Hey, you can leave,
Hippo,
Devin.
take us home.
Okay, to close out the weekend and just how possibly unlucky one human being could get. I was trafficking. I had some hippotainment going on while they were playing this finals match, and I have never seen a vintage cube deck with more pieces of power devoted to doing the most medial thing I have ever seen in my entire fucking life. My opponent, I am not joking, there are witnesses around. My opponent had Black Lotus, Soul Ring, Mana Crypt, Mox Emerald, Mox Jet, and did I miss anything?
Baragoyf is basically
Their deck was literally designed to put Baragoyf into play as quickly as humanly possible.
That was it.
And that was it. That's all their deck did.
Turn 1.
They did it every... Yeah, I mean, it was just like, oh my god, this is obscene.
Baragoi plus Swiftfoot boots, so you couldn't kill.
Oh yeah, that does. Oh, God, I forgot about that.
But the funny thing is, they put it in play and it was just a fucking 0-1.
I know, and I'm like, and the problem
And you're
was
just like, I actually can't beat this.
3 mana 0-1. What do I do?
With lifelink, crazy.
yeah.
And death touch.
So a bunch of my losing to end with that for the weekend. I was just like, that is completely
Wonderful.
it for me. I can do
We
no more.
we were cackling.
I mean, that was the most obscene amount of power I've ever seen in a vintage cube deck. That person had to have gotten past 3 pieces of power.
It was just every single game revealed more bullshit.
Weren't they 0-2? Or weren't they? They were 0-1.
I was 0-1. I'm like, I can't. This is
Yeah, it was the
this is-
0-1 bracket too. Like,
And I was like, the fact that you were in the 0-1 bracket tells me everything I need to know about your deck. Is that your deck only puts Tarmogoyf or Baragorf into play, and you have 5 pieces of power to do it.
That's sick.
Good luck.
Look. Well, thank you.
There you go.
Thank you all so much for being on this very long episode to recap CubeCon. It sounds like you guys had a really fucking awesome time, and I've got a little bit of FOMO, but yeah. I'm
CubeCon
glad.
is the best
There's next
Magic
year.
event.
There's Shoebox. There's stuff coming up.
Yeah,
Shoot,
there's
I'm
stuff
so
coming.
excited for Shoebox.
I know.
Excited for Shoebox. Cube, I love
Boston
that all
Cube
these
Party.
grassroots cube events are popping up around the country. Like,
We got to
let's
get a
go.
little Nashville Cube event
Yeah.
going.
I would love to.
We've been talking about that for a while.
Yeah.
And I mean, if y'all want me to smoke up like 10 briskets for it, I'll do it.
Oh, fuck.
Or
that would
Dan
be
butt for the whole
sick.
world.
Dude.
That would be
Tempting.
sick.
Cool.
Split cost for pork butt.
Yeah.
I would do that. Like, I think a 64 person cap at like game night is like very doable.
I think so.
It is reasonable, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Agreed.
Um,
Take us home.
if you made it this far, thank you so fucking much for listening. If you got any questions, comments, concerns, don't you fucking worry. We'll be talking about Pauper next week. Elliot, your email was really on the fucking
Very
nose. He
relevant.
sent to ask about, let's make this Bant terror thing happen. That's our next episode, actually.
Yeah, get ready for him.
Conveniently, it was.
Yeah, like this
Get
was
ready.
planned.
For a long time.
Yeah,
We've had a plan for
you-
months.
You called it. That's hilarious. Thank you so much for listening. If y'all are new listeners, I'm sure we got different ears listening to this than usual. We talk about Pauper a lot, like 90% Pauper, 10% Cube, probably a little more Pauper than that actually. But
When CubeCon rolls around, we like
Yeah.
to kick back and hear the
yeah,
stories.
but check out our Pauper stuff. Pauper's a really sick format. If you got any questions, comments, concerns, you can send those to our Gmail, commongroundmtgpod@gmail.com. If you don't want to email them, you can join our cool ass Discord. All these lovely people are in there. There's a link for that in the description as well as the email. There's some stars you can leave us. So close to 100 for episode 100.
Any events going on, I will have added a little thing at the beginning of the episode doing all the housekeeping, so you'll heard all of that earlier, and that's also in the description.
Fuck, I'm so pumped just to like play Magic and just have fun.
Yeah.
Any of you want any shout out socials?
Shout outs, any plugs?
Any plugs? Dan, your butt's really nice.
We love your butt. Thank you guys for having all of us on. This was a blast. We love you
Hell
guys.
yeah.
And thank you for like just being like, I don't know, it just like I feel so fortunate to be able to go to this event and hang out with you guys. Like
Fuck
it
yeah.
was just, I just had a blast,
yeah.
and you guys
Good.
are awesome, man.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Same.
I think we're all feeling the love here, and
No,
that's what
for
CubeCon is
sure.
all about.
Yeah.
It's about the gathering.
It really
Right.
is.
It's about the gathering.
But like my favorite Magic event of the year.
Oh,
Oh,
easily.
Absolutely.
Hands down.
I've been looking
Easily.
forward to this since the last one ended.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
And-
CubeCon 2026 is
We're
easily
ready.
my most anticipated Magic event.
I have
of
high
next year.
expectations for Shoebox too. So
Yeah, that
Good.
looks like it will
especially
be very
especially if we
sick.
get a similar group going.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What a lovely group of people.
All right, love you guys. Good night. Bye.
Night.
Thank you, everyone, for listening.
Oh fuck yeah. See you in the ball pit. The ball pit.